Testing. Okay, there we go. Now it's on. I was talking to myself for a minute. It is Sunday. We're live here at CollectCo. And I'm Paul. And I'm going to sell some records. That's what's going to happen today. I'm going to sell some records. And hopefully this mic doesn't cut out. I don't know. It just turned itself off right before I started the stream, apparently. But looks like we're good to go. We've got a whole new setup here since the last time I did a live sale. And yeah, and so we got some new vinyl that I ordered earlier this week for tonight's sale. We got a couple half off crates. We got 45s over here. Probably do some buy now best offer crates. We're gonna be selling records. Yes. All right. How is it going? Hello, hello. When you're on and watching, make sure to like the video, share it, all that fun stuff. Just trying to get my bearings straight over here with this new setup that we have. It feels like everything is in the way. But I don't know. Maybe it's better. We will see. All right. Sunday. Ordered some cool stuff. There were some things that I ordered that I didn't even know were in print. I think like the first record in this crate actually had to test. Okay. I guess this one's working now. All right. I don't know what happened with that other one. I don't know what the last thing I said was, but ordered some new vinyl. Some good stuff. Just kind of killing a little bit of time. Let some people hop on. No idea what the last thing that you heard me say was, but sorry about that. Let's see. All right. New vinyl, 45s, couple half off crates, buy now best offer stuff. You know, typical Sunday show type stuff. Just a lot of discount stuff, and I ordered a new batch of new vinyl. Some stuff that I didn't even know was in print. I was saying the first record that's in here actually got one for myself. It's high up on my want list to get an original, but I just haven't been able to land one yet. It's probably my top 3 most wanted records. And John Rob, thank you for sending that to me. It is on my shelf of stuff that I have recently added to my collection but haven't listened to yet. I will most likely listen to that within this upcoming week. I haven't cracked the seal on it yet, but I really appreciate it. That was a very nice gift. Thank you very much. I'm definitely going to enjoy that. I do love the 13th Floor Elevators, of course. And yeah, just hearing them live will be really cool. I really, really appreciate it. All right, let's get into this crate of new vinyl. I think we'll sell quite a bit of this stuff. There's some like slightly obscure stuff, some not so obscure, just stuff that I don't think we really carry too often. But this one I didn't even know was in print anymore. It kind of goes in and out of print, but I ordered one for myself too. But this is Linda Per Hex Parallelograms. It's on 180 gram blue colored vinyl. This is a fantastic record. Like I said, high up on my want list to get an original, but I pulled a reissue for myself. I have 3 copies of this. It's new and sealed for $34.99. $34.99 if you like that Laurel Canyon, like Joni Mitchell kind of stuff with a little bit of psychedelia thrown in there. It is a masterpiece of a record. Very tough to find a clean original copy that is a new sealed copy on blue vinyl for $34.99. Then we've got Amanaz, Africa. Of course, Zamrock classic here. That is a new sealed copy for $33.99. Any chance you can special order the new Hawk when there is no space for us on Galaxy colored vinyl? Let me make a note of that, Robert Warner. I don't remember seeing that when I was ordering. It's like really any kind of unique Hawkwind record that I see, I will try to order. Let's see, there is no space. Galaxy colored vinyl. Robert Warner. Yeah, get that written down, and I'll I think like within the next couple days or whatever, when I'm kind of ordering stuff for the following Sunday, next Sunday show, I will see if I can get that. I'm shocked that no one is going to pick up the Linda Per Hex Parallelograms. Next in the crate is Ted Lucas. This is a new sealed copy for $33.99. Legendary acoustic folk masterpiece, beautiful, mellow, and warm songs. It's what the world needs now. Recommended if you like Nick Drake, Ravi Shankar, or John Fahey. Very apt description there. This was like a private press record from Michigan. Fantastic. Third Man Records actually put this out, and this is a new sealed copy for $33.99. Another one where originals go for a ton of money, and another one where original like Brazilian copies of this go for a ton. This is probably the best Brazilian psych record ever made. This is Os Mutantes. Os Mutantes, that's a new sealed copy with a bonus CD for $38.99. $38.99 on Os Mutantes. Like I said, probably the best Brazilian psych record out there. And then we've got Hank Mobley, third season Hank Mobley. This is a Tone Poet Blue Note reissue, audiophile press, $44.99. $44.99 for Hank Mobley. I did order quite a bit of jazz. There's some jazz and international stuff in here. Just stuff that I like that I don't think we order very often. This is one of my favorite jazz records ever made. This is Joe Henderson featuring Alice Coltrane. Michael White's also on here, Charlie Hayden. But yeah, Joe Henderson. This is called The Elements. It's a new sealed copy from the Jazz Dispensary label. $36.99. $36.99 on that. Fantastic, man. I think it's Earth. I think the track Earth is like real funky. Very good. Alice Coltrane related. $36.99 on that fantastic record. And then we've got some Charles Mingus, or Charlie Mingus, The Black Saint and the Sinner Lady. One of the best albums of all time here as well. Charles Mingus is $38.99. $38.99 for Mingus. Mark, no hard rock or metal tonight that I know of, unless something kind of sneaks into a buy it now best offer crate or something like that. But that kind of stuff is typically up on Thursdays. We do Metal Night every Thursday. Mingus, The Black Saint and the Sinner Lady new sealed reissue, $38.99. And then we have John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman. This is the Acoustic Sounds series audiophile pressing. This is a new sealed copy for $46.99. And this one right here is sold to Sean Fairweather. Thank you, Sean Fairweather. That one is sold to you. And I've got one extra copy of that if anybody else wants one of those. And then Caetano Veloso, some Brazilian Tropicalia. Fantastic stuff. New and sealed copy for $38.99. Caetano Veloso, $38.99. Then something else. This is Cannonball Adderley with Miles Davis, Hank Jones, Sam Jones, Art Blakey. Virgin vinyl, 180 gram. New and sealed for $28.99. Another classic jazz record. I tried to just order, like, with these jazz records, some well-known classics for sure. And then, I mean, this is definitely a bit obscure. I only ordered one. It's a little out there, but this is Yasuyaki Shimizu Kakashi 1982. This is a new sealed copy for $29.99. And yeah, it's hard to explain. It's almost like a combination of like jazz, new wave, ambient. It's bizarre, but awesome. It's a very cool record. This is new and sealed for $29.99. $29.99. Japanese jazz, new wave, fusion-y, I don't know. Hard to explain, but very good. And then we have Bill Evans Trio. The Bill Evans Trio Waltz for Debbie. This is a new sealed copy on purple vinyl. New and sealed for $26.99. $26.99 for the Bill Evans Trio. Another classic right there. Originals, hundreds of dollars, in good shape. And then we have Elizabeth Cotten, another fantastic musician. Folk songs and instrumentals with guitar. This is a new sealed copy for $28.99. And it does have her most famous song on it, Freight Train, new and sealed. Great guitar player too, Elizabeth Cotten. $28.99, kind of folky blues type stuff. $28.99 for Elizabeth Cotten. Then Tom Zay Grande Liquidacao or something like that. This is a new sealed copy for $33.99. If you like MPB and Tropicalia type stuff, kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It's odd a little bit, but it's poppy, psychedelic, Tropicalia. Yeah, if you like Brazilian stuff, you probably know who Tom Zay is, and you know that this is a good record. I don't think I need to really explain it too heavily. If you know it, cool. If not, you should listen to it and then buy it. It's a great record. And then John Coltrane. This is Soul Train by John Coltrane, new and sealed on, I don't know if it's like orange or red vinyl. It's definitely, yeah, it says red vinyl right on the sticker there. $28.99. $28.99 for John Coltrane, Soul Train. Got two copies of that on red vinyl, and then a record from the Black Jazz label. This is Calvin Keys, Shawnee. Unbelievably good guitar player. This is a new sealed copy for $34.99. $34.99 for Calvin Keys, Shawnee. Originals of that also $200-300, I believe, maybe more, somewhere in that range. Then another Charlie Mingus. This is Mingus, Pithecanthropus erectus, something like that. It's an audiophile pressing, 180 gram. New and sealed, just $24.99. $24.99 for Charles Mingus. And then I got one copy of Francois Hardy, her debut album, fantastic, essential, French, what's that word? Starts with a C. Canción, something like that. New and sealed for $26.99. Francois Hardy, great musician there. I think she just passed away within the last couple of years or so ago, something like that. Then Chet Baker Sings. This is also a audiophile pressing, 180 gram, new and sealed for $24.99. $24.99 for Chet Baker. Chanteuse. Yes, thank you, Craig and Mark. Thank you. I don't know why that word just evaded my brain. And then this is definitely different from most of the stuff from the crate. This is Bon Iver, Sable Fable. I haven't actually listened to this. This is his newest release. I only ordered one copy, but this is a new sealed copy for $33.99. $33.99. Looks like Sean Fairweather wants the Bill Evans. Where was that? Bill Evans. Were you wanting the Waltz for Debbie? That's the only Bill Evans in here, isn't it? Is that the only Bill Evans in here? Just wasn't sure what the 3 was. Sean Fairweather. Was that a claim for the Waltz for Debbie, though? Oh, trio, yeah. Obviously, Bill Evans trio. I'm assuming that's a claim that is sold to you, Sean. Thank you very much. And then William Onibar in body and soul. William Onibar is a new sealed copy for $34.99. $34.99 on that. And then Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. This is a mono reissued, new and sealed for $33.99. Miles Davis, Kind of Blue in mono, audiophile vinyl, $33.99 for Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. And then Jorge Ben. Jorge Ben, I think this one's self-titled. Jorge Ben, new and sealed for $38.99. More Brazilian kind of Tropicalia, singer-songwriter type stuff. Fantastic. $38.99 on Jorge Ben. All right. Well, I guess we don't have too many people interested in jazz or international stuff, but I'm going to mute my mic, and then I am going to recap this crate one more time just in case anybody missed something that they might want. Give me just 1 second. All right, let's get back in here. Let me just recap this crate real quick, and then I'll put up our first crate of half off pre-owned stuff and get some 45s rolling as well. We have, Linda Perhex Parallelograms on blue vinyl, new and sealed, $34.99. Fantastic record. Hard to find an original. This thing, it goes in and out of print a lot too, and when they go out of print, they get expensive. But that is a masterpiece of a record. And then we have Amanaz Africa, new and sealed, $33.99. Ted Lucas, also new and sealed, $33.99. And Os Mutantes, probably the best Brazilian psych record ever made, new and sealed for $38.99. And then Hank Mobley, Third Season, that's a Tone Poet reissue for $44.99. And then Joe Henderson with Alice Coltrane, Michael White, and Charlie Hayden, The Elements, that is a new sealed reissue for $36.99. And then Charles Mingus, The Black Saint and the Sinner Lady, that's a new sealed copy for $38.99. And then we've got one copy left of John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman. That's on the Acoustic Sound series, new and sealed for $46.99. And then Caetano Veloso is new and sealed for $38.99. And then something else, it's Cannonball Adderley with Miles Davis, Hank Jones, Sam Jones, and Art Blakey. Classic, new and sealed, $28.99 on that. And then we've got Yasuaki Shimizu Kakashi, 1982, new and sealed, $29.99. And then one copy left of Bill Evans Trio, Waltz for Debbie, new and sealed on purple vinyl, $26.99. And then Elizabeth Cotton, Folk Songs and Instrumentals with Guitar, new and sealed for $38.99. CA, was that Cannonball Adderley? Michael McCullen, if so, that is sold to you. Thank you, Michael McCullen, that is sold to you. Elizabeth Cotton still available. And then Tom Zay. Tom Zay is new and sealed, $33.99. Tropicalia. John Coltrane, Soul Train on red, vinyl, new and sealed for $28.99. Then Calvin Keys, Shaunique, Black Jazz, reissue, new and sealed, $34.99. And Charles Mingus, or Charlie Mingus, this is Pithecanthropus erectus. I'm never 100% sure about the pronunciation of that, but that's new and sealed for $24.99. Francois Hardy, 180 gram virgin vinyl, new and sealed, $26.99. Then Chet Baker Sings, audiophile pressing, new and sealed, $24.99. And then Bon Iver, Sable, Fable, the new album from Bon Iver, that's new and sealed for $33.99. And then William Onibar, Body and Soul, new and sealed, $34.99. Miles Davis, Kind of Blue in mono, new and sealed for $33.99. And then Jorge Ben. Jorge Ben is new and sealed, $38.99. All right. Gonna get this crate out of the way. Go through it a little bit later, maybe when we have more people watching. And let's go ahead and pull out a crate of half off stuff. Half off pre-owned records. Half off pre-owned. Right, Chris Knapp is gonna pull a Mingus. Let me grab that for you. Where is it? There it is. Sell this Charlie Mingus to Chris Knapp. Thank you, Chris. That is sold to you. All right. Before I get started on the half off crate, let's go ahead and get some singles up, perhaps. Let's see. I don't know. There's just a crate of 45s over here that I'm assuming Chad has probably been going through. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and put one up right now. This is Genders. And this is on what looks to be clear vinyl. Yeah, clear vinyl, Genders. Let's see, what's that? PRGNT Records, Genders. That's going to go up for a $5 start. $5 start on Genders. And then let's go ahead and get started on the half off crate. Half off pre-owned. I'll read you the half off price. Got the new Colony 6, Attacking a Straw Man. No condition notes, $10 on that. And then we have Joan Rivers, The Next to Last Album. Joan Rivers is $7.50. No condition notes on that either. And then Tom Waits, Foreign Affairs in shrink wrap. It's a VG Plus copy. Now it's just $15. $15 for Tom Waits. And then Short Stuff, Talk is Cheap. That's EX for $8.50. Tim Williams, Blues Full Circle. Tim Williams is VG Plus for $7.50. This is Silas Hogan, Trouble in Shrink on the Excello label, VG Plus from 1971. It's now just $17.50. It was $34.99. Robert Warner is in on Genders at $5. Let's see, Joan Rivers is sold to Greg Herman. Greg Herman got Joan Rivers. Thank you, Greg. Next is Eddie Clearwater, Fred Below, and Eddie Taylor, direct from Chicago. And this is EX. It was $44.99. That means this is now $22.50. $22.50 on that. And then the Howdy Doody Treasury. This is a 2LP comp, $12.50. Ringo Stars, Rotogravure. And that is $10. No condition notes. Johnny Handsome soundtrack, music by Ry Cooder. No condition notes, that is $10. And then we have Willie Alexander, Solo Loco. Willie Alexander is $8.50. What was that last jazz? That is $17.50. Was there? I don't think there's been a jazz record in here, unless you're talking about Silas Hogan, but that's not jazz. Silas Hogan is definitely more in the blues vein. This is $17.50 though, VG Plus condition. John Dodd, if that's the one you're asking about, that was Silas Hogan. Trouble. Genders is going twice, going 3 times. That's at $5 with Robert Warner. Next in this half off crate is Blues Makers, Oakland Blues. And that is EX for $11.50. $11.50 on that. Steppenwolf, At Your Birthday Party. Steppenwolf, no condition notes on the vinyl. It's $10. $10. Patrick Lear on the blues record. Let's see, the blues record. Was that this one? Were you wanting this one? The 2050? Yeah. This one right here. That one is sold to Patrick Lear. Thank you very much. Let's see. Just YouTube, that Japanese album you ordered, definitely different. Yeah. It's cool though. My partner actually has a copy of this. I'm trying to remember which track. There's a track on here that I love, but I cannot remember which one it is in particular. It's a cool and weird combination of genres coming together, though, for sure. Ron Fuller on Steppenwolf, that is sold to Ron Fuller. Thank you, Ron. That's sold to you. Final Call on the Genders 45 on clear vinyl. That's at $5 with Robert Warner. We have Gypsy Fire. Gypsy Fire's VG Plus for $5. Graham Edge Band featuring Adrian Gervitz. That has no condition notes, just $7.50. $7.50 on that. And then we have Honk. Honk also has no condition notes, $5. This is on the Epic label. Yeah. Yeah, nice looking copy. $5 for Honk. $5 on that. Swinging Calypsos, Lord Flea and his Calypsonians. That is $7.50 for the Calypso record. What is this? The Steps Drop of the Creature. That is now $13.50 from 1986. From 1986. And this is, yeah, $13.50. $13.50 on that. Where are all the Kiss 45s? I have no idea. I'm just going through a bunch of random 45s that are sitting in a crate over here. It's me putting them up one at a time. One at a time. Not seeing any Kiss 45s though, Brandon Lack. But I am going to go ahead and sell this Genders 45. This Genders 45 is sold to Robert Warner. Thank you, Robert. That is sold to you. Lean that up there. And I'll go ahead and get our next one up. Let's see. We've got Homeless Cadaver. Homeless Cadaver. Looks like it's numbered here. 62 out of 200 on the back. Homeless Cadaver. Black vinyl. Minimal looking labels there. It's got a little die cut kind of thing here on the back. $5 start on Homeless Cadavers. $5 start on that. William Drugovich is going to get Steps. That is sold to William Drugovich. Thank you, William. That's sold to you. Next in the crate is Barabbas Power. That's an EX copy for just $7.50. $7.50 on that. And then the Whalers Band. The Whalers Band ID. The Whalers Band. No condition notes on that. $12.50. Sally Kellerman. Roll with the Feelin'. That is half off for $10. $10 on that. Charlie McCoy, the Nashville Hitman, $5 on that. Belafonte on Campus, $5 for Belafonte. The Lazy Cowgirls, How It Looks, How It Is. This is a 1990 garage record, half off for $10. $10 for the Lazy Cowgirls. And then Jimmy Lee and the Funk Pumpers, North Coast City Blues. Jimmy Lee is $7.50. $7.50 on that. This is Fractured. No Peace for the Wicked. Fractured. That's a Psychobilly record from 1987. Looks like a UK import. Half off for $10. $10 on Fractured. Lazy Cowgirls. That is sold to William Drugovich. Thank you, William. That's sold to you. Looking for a $5 start on Homeless Cadaver. Going twice, going three times, looking for a $5 start. And then Jefferson Airplane Bark. That is a, I don't know why I almost said a $10 start. It's $10. $10 for Jefferson Airplane. $10 on that. A tribute to Dwight D. Eisenhower, Soldier and Statesman. EX for $7.50. Giorgio Moroder. I think did he just pass away like yesterday or 2 days ago or something? Very recently. From Here to Eternity, Giorgio Moroder, legendary producer, $15 on that. It's a 2-record set. $15 on Giorgio Moroder. Then Mike Oldfield. This is the Killing Fields soundtrack by Mike Oldfield. That is $10. And then the Best of Joe Sun. That is sealed for $7.50. Phil Oakes. All the News That's Fit to Sing. Phil Oakes is $9. The Essential Country Joe McDonald 2 LP set here, $13.50 for Country Joe McDonald. And then Stevie Wonder Talking Book, half off price is $15. Key Largo. Key Largo is $25. It was $49.99. That's a 1970 UK import. $25 on that. And then Pat Metheny Group. Pat Metheny Group First Circle. That's half off for $12.50. $12.50 for the Pat Metheny Group. Killing. The Killing Fields. That is sold to Michael Snade. Thank you, Michael. That's sold to you. And final call to get a $5 start on Homeless Cadaver. Looking for a $5 start on that. Patrick Lear is going to get Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder is sold to Patrick Lear. Pat Metheny is sold to John Dodd. John Dodd got Pat Metheny. And let me mute my mic for 1 second. All right, I'm back. If anybody wants Homeless Cadaver, that is a $5 buy it now, $5 buy it now on Homeless Cadaver. And let's see what else we've got over here. What is this? Clarko. This is Clarko. Looks like it's on the same label as that Homeless Cadaver over there, numbered on the back as well. Number 99 out of 200. It was his birthday yesterday. So did he not die? I don't know why. I saw people posting about him, and I don't know why. I thought he died or something. But Clarko, it's a $5 start. $5 start on that. Key Largo sold to Ryan Anderson. Thank you, Ryan. That is sold to you. That's sold to you. Next in the crate, the Supremes, New Ways, but Love Stays. The Supremes is $7.50. $7.50 on that. Jerry Jeff Walker. Jerry Jeff Walker, It's a Good Night for Singing. Half off price is $9. It's in EX condition. EX, $9 on Jerry Jeff Walker. And then Brown Bag featuring Ray Brown. That's a jazz record from 1976. EX condition, $9 on that. $9 on that one. Graham Parker, Squeezing Out Sparks. It's a VG Plus copy, just $6. And then the not the Young Rascals, but just the Rascals C. That's a VG copy, just $5. $5 on the Rascals. And then Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. Essential Psych here, VG copy, just $6. $6 for Spirit. And then Harry Nelson, A Little Touch of Schmelson in the Night. Half off is $10. I think it's got something going. Nope. Well, there might be a poster or something behind the jacket there, but that is $10 for Harry Nelson. And then Quincy Jones, The Best. $10 for Quincy Jones. Dweezil Zappa, Having a Bad Day. Dweezil Zappa is VG Plus for just $10. $10 on Dweezil Zappa. Chris, what she got? I don't know. I don't even know what's over here. I'm just grabbing random 45s out of this crate over here. Yeah, it definitely looks like there's some hardcore stuff over here. But these two over here, like I'm looking for a $5 start on this. I have no idea what genre this is. It's Clarko, Clarko. I'm looking for a $5 start on that. And that is a final call. Sunday Morning Sessions is going to take the Homeless Cadaver. That's sold to Sunday Morning Sessions. Thank you. That's sold to Sunday Morning Sessions for $5. And yeah, still looking for a $5 start on Clarko. Spirit's best album. Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's just one of the best psych records from that era for sure. Their first one's great too, though, with like Fresh Garbage and Gramophone Man and all that. Yeah, very good stuff. Great band. Kind of underrated. I don't know. I mean, their records are like fairly common, I guess. Maybe that's why they don't get as much praise. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. It just seems like no one cares about Spirit anymore, but I think they're a great band. Some good stuff. Willie Maben, Chicago 1963. Willie Maben is VG Plus. It's a French import, $6.50 for Willie Maben. And then the White Knights soundtrack, that's a VG Plus copy for $7.50. Ohio Players, Fire, Ohio Players. No condition notes on that. That is $12.50. $12.50 for Ohio Players. Spirit, awesome. That is sold to Robert Warner. Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. It is a great album. Fantastic. That is sold to Robert Warner. And if anybody wants this Clarko, it's a $5 buy it now. $5 buy it now on Clarko. $5 buy it now. Let's see. This stuff looks like a combination of like New Orleans stuff, and then there's also definitely some like punk looking stuff. This is Kill Surf City. Was this Smash Your Head on the Punk Rock? I think that's what that says. Blind Rage. This is on like white and multicolor splattered marbled vinyl, something like that. This is a $5 start. $5 start for Kill Surf City. $5 start on that. $5 start. Clarko is sold to Sunday morning sessions. Chris Knapp, you were second. That is sold to Sunday morning sessions. Kill Surf City is at $5 with Robert Warner going once, going twice. Eric Squindo once, Ohio Players. And Nelson, where is Harry? There he is. Harry Nelson and Ohio Players sold to Eric Squindo over on YouTube. Is it LP? No. The only auctions I'm putting up tonight are 45s. They're going to be 7-inch singles. Chris Knapp. Those are 45s. Arnold Adams is in on Kill Surf City at 7 now. Chris Bryant has it for 8. Let's keep going through this half-off crate. We've got Robert Palmer, Riptide. That is EX for $9. And then Rossington Collins Band. Anytime, any place, anywhere. This is a VG Plus copy for $9. $9 on Rossington Collins Band. And then Outlaws Lady in Waiting is VG Plus for $6. $6 for the Outlaws. And then Quicksilver is in Quicksilver Messenger Service. What About Me? Quicksilver is VG Plus for just $7.50. $7.50 on that. And then the Legendary Zing album featuring the Fabulous Tramps. That is $10. No condition notes on the vinyl. $10 on that. And then Kill Surf City is at $8 with Chris Bryant. Looks like Robert Warner and Arnold Adams have both said that they're out. I'm just going to go ahead and move that to a final call. I think it was just the 3 of them bidding on it. So final call on this for $8 with Chris Bryant. And Dave wants Robert Palmer. Certina, right? Is it Dave Certina? Am I saying that right? I know you kind of gave me the phonics on it a week or two ago, but that is sold to Dave Certina. I hope I'm saying that right. I know you helped me out, and I hope my memory is serving me correct. This is Sly and the Family Stones Greatest Hits. It does have some writing up here on the top. No condition notes on the vinyl though. $17.50. $17.50 on Sly and the Family Stone. And the last record in the bin is Buffalo Springfield again. Great album. VG Plus copy. $12.50. $12.50 for Buffalo Springfield. $12.50 on that. $12.50. All right. Gonna go ahead and sell Kill Surf City. That is sold to Chris Bryant for $8. Thank you, Chris. That is sold to you for $8. Gonna put up another 45, and then I'll recap this half-off crate. Seretna. What did I say? I said Certina. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Seretna. One of these days it'll stick in my brain. Let's see. What is this? Is it MK Ultra? Yeah, MK Ultra, I believe, is the name of the group here. It's got Melt, Bring Me, the head of Tony, something. I don't know. There's also like a little insert in here. And looks like a nice copy here. This is going to be a $5 start. $5 start on that. Christopher, yeah, no LP auctions tonight. I'm just throwing up some 45s to kind of go with the discount LPs that I'm going through tonight. No Humble Pie. There was no Humble Pie in this crate. Let's see. MK Ultra looking for a, or is it MX? It's MK or MX. MK would make more sense, but looking for a $5 start on that. And let's see. BSF, Ron Fuller. That was Buffalo Springfield. Just saw that. Ron Fuller, you get Buffalo Springfield again. That's a great album. Did I miss anything else? Seretna. I'll get it one of these days. I'm sorry. Let's see. Let's recap this crate. Silas Hogan, Trouble. That is a VG Plus copy. It's an original 1971 US Press. $17.50 on that. The New Colony 6, Attacking a Straw Man, just $10 on the New Colony 6. This was a shock to me. This is Tom Waits' Foreign Affairs. It is a 1977 SRC press. VG Plus is only $15. $15 on Tom Waits. It's a Hogan mono or stereo. It is stereo. It's a stereo copy. Yep, stereo. Well, it doesn't say anything on the label. The jacket says stereo. Yeah, the label doesn't specify. Oh, no, it does. Yeah, it says stereo very boldly there. I just overlooked it. But yeah, that's definitely a stereo copy. Stereo copy. Final call to get a $5 starting bid on MK Ultra. And then short stuff, Talk is Cheap. It's an EX copy for $8.50. And then Tim Williams Blues Full Circle VG Plus $7.50. $7.50 on that. The Howdy Doody Treasury 2 LPs $12.50. No condition notes on that. Tom Waits, Matt Barnhill first on Tom Waits. Then Robert Barnett, you were second. I don't know how that didn't sell the first time I showed it. I mean, $15 for really any Tom Waits record is a steal. It's great. Next is Ringo Starr Rotogravure. This is $10. No condition notes on that. And then the Johnny Handsome soundtrack done by Rod Cooter, $10 on that. Willie Alexander Solo Loco, $8.50. Bluesmakers. This is Oakland Blues featuring a bunch of people. LC Good Rock and Robinson, Lafayette Thang Thomas, and Dave Alexander. EX condition, $11.50. Gypsy Fires VG Plus for $5. VG Plus $5. If anyone wants MK Ultra, it's a $5 buy it now. $5 buy it now on MK Ultra. Let me see if I can get a new sleeve or something for this thing. There's like one of the little paste overs has come loose. I don't want it to get lost. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Come on. These 45 sleeves are infinitely worse than LP sleeves. All right, there we go. MK. All right, it did sell, so it was worth spending that time getting that sleeve. This is sold to Chris Bryant for $5. Let me show a few more records, and then I'll get another 45 up for auction. Graham Edge Band featuring Adrian Gervitz. No condition notes, just $7.50. $7.50. That's Kick Off Your Muddy Boots. And then Honk. It's just $5. $5 for Honk. Calypso. This is Swinging Calypso's Lord Flea and his Calypsonians. $7.50 on that. Barabbas Power. Barabbas Power. EX condition. $7.50 on that. And then the Wailers Band ID with hype sticker. Half price is $12.50. Half off price is $12.50. And let's see, what do we have? What can I put up? Let's do this one. Let's go ahead and put this one up. Maybe. There we go. All right, this is Mercy Killings Snuffed Out EP. Mercy Killings Snuffed Out EP. Let's see if it's on colored vinyl or anything. Black vinyl. EP, yeah, looks like about, I don't know, 5 or 6 tracks here. 5 tracks maybe. $5 start on that. $5 start on Mercy Killings Snuffed Out EP. Next in the crate is Sally Kellerman, Roll with the Feelin', $10. Charlie McCoy, the Nashville Hitman, is $5 for Charlie McCoy. Belafonte, On Campus, is $5 as well. Jimmy Lee and the Funk Pumpers, that is North Coast City Blues, and that is $7.50. Then Fractured, No Peace for the Wicked, that is $10. It's a Psychobilly record. $10 for Fractured. Then Jefferson Airplane, Bark, that was $10. A tribute to Dwight D. Eisenhower, Soldier and Statesman. That's an EX copy for $7.50. $7.50 on that. Giorgio Moroder, From Here to Eternity. That's a 2LP comp. $15 for Giorgio Moroder. The Best of Joe Sun. That was sealed for $7.50. And then Phil Oakes, All the News That's Fit to Sing. Which label is this on? The Butterfly label. Phil Oakes is $9. $9 for Phil Oakes. Belafonte is sold to Arnold Adams. There he is. Belafonte sold to Arnold Adams. Thank you very much. That sold to you for half off, which was $5. Give me just 1 second. 1 second. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right, I am back. Let's get back in here. Final call to get a $5 starting bid on Mercy Killings. The Essential Country Joe McDonald 2LP compilation here. That is $13.50 for Country Joe McDonald. And then the Supremes, New Ways But Love Stays. That's for $7.50. $7.50 for the Supremes. And then Jerry Jeff Walker, It's a Good Night for Singing. That's an EX copy for $9. And then Brown's Bag featuring Ray Brown. That's EX for $9. $9 for Ray Brown. And if anybody wants Mercy Killings, that is a $5 buy it now. $5 buy it now for Mercy Killings. $5 buy it now on that. Let's see what else we got here. What else? Let's do this one. This is Charlie's War. Charlie's War. This is on black vinyl. Looks nice. Fold out sleeve here. $5 start on Charlie's War. The Crucial Response label. $5 start on that. $5 start on Charlie's War. Next is Graham Parker, Squeezing Out Sparks. That is VG Plus for just $6. $6 on Graham Parker. And then the Rascals C, that is a VG copy for $5. The Best of Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones, no condition notes, just $10. $10 on that. And then Dweezil Zappa, Having a Bad Day. That is VG Plus, just $10 on Dweezil Zappa. Willie Maben, Chicago 1963. That's VG Plus for just $6.50. And the White Knights soundtrack is VG Plus for $7.50. And the Rosington Collins Band, Anytime, Anyplace, Anywhere, VG Plus for $9. $9 on that. Outlaws, Lady in Waiting is VG Plus for just $6. And then Quicksilver, What About Me, VG Plus copy $7.50. Then the Legendary Zing album featuring the Fabulous Tramps, that is $10. And then Slime, The Family Stone, Greatest Hits, just $17.50. Essential, great stuff there. Let's see, Slicker Van Slyke on DZ, Dweezil Zappa, that is sold to Slicker Van Slyke. Chris Bryant has bid $5 on Charlie's War, and he's also going to pick up Mercy Killings, Snuffed Out EP, that is sold to Chris Bryant. Thank you, Chris, that is sold to you. JJW. What was JJW? Jerry Jeff Walker, that's sold to Eric Squindo. Thank you, Eric. That is sold to you. And if anyone wants anything else out of there, all those records are still available. I'm going to get this crate out of the way, and I'll get another half-off crate up. Let's do another half-off crate. Half-off crate. All right. Final call on Charlie's War. Final call on Charlie's War. That is at $5 with Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant has that for $5. Final call. Final call. All right. Another half-off crate. Let's see what's in here. Tickets for Doomsday. This is heavy psychedelic funk and soul ballads and dirges 1970 to 1975 from Now Again Records. That is sealed for $11. Sealed for $11. I mean, it says funk and soul. There's some like heavy psych rock kind of stuff on here too, like Paternoster. It's great. And what was that other one? Christopher. I'm aware of those. I know I've listened to this at some point. It's a really cool comp, but that's just $11. $11 on that, sealed. And then Wishbone Ash. Live Dates, double album Live Dates, that is $15. Tickets for Doomsday, sold to John Dodd for half price. Thank you, John. That is sold to you. And then we've got Space Race, My Sex or Me Sex, M-I Sex something. Half off is $7.50, $7.50 on that. And then we have Vic Vergot, Down to the Bone. Vic Vergot is half off in shrink for $10, $10 on that. And then Ray Charles, Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music. Ray Charles, no condition notes, $10, $10 for Ray Charles. And then we have Glenn Frey, No Fun Allowed. That's $10 for Glenn Frey. And then Muck and the Myers, All Mucked Up. Muck and the Myers is a garage record from 2001 for just $9. $9 for Muck and the Myers. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about this. This is sold to Chris Bryant for $5. It's sold for $5. RC Ray Charles sold to Matt Barnhill. That is sold to Matt Barnhill. Thank you, Matt. That is sold to you. And Robert Barnett, you were second. And Chuck Haley, you were third. William Drugovich is going to get Muck and the Myers. That is sold to William Drugovich. Thank you very much. Let's see what else we have over here. This is Slang Mind Eraser. Slang Mind Eraser. It's a jagged black vinyl. Looks like a 3-track EP. Slang is a $5 start. $5 start for Slang Mind Eraser. And then we have Peter Blegvad, something like that. Peter Blegvad, Nights Like This. That is half off for $5. It's a pop rock record from 1985, just $5 on that. And then Lightning Bar Blues, that's Johnny Holm. Lightning Bar Blues, half off price is $10. And then we have the Steve Miller Band, Your Saving Grace. Steve Miller Band is half off for $10. The Stitches is on blue vinyl. It's a punk record from 2002, half off for $10. It's like blue and marbled. $10 for the Stitches, $10 on that. And then next in the crate is James Taylor Mud Slide Slim Classic. That is $10. $10 for James Taylor Mud Slide Slim. And then Cover Me, a collection of performances by Southside Johnny, Gary Osborne, Johnny Cash, Dave Edmunds, Robert Gordon, The Beat Farmers, The Hollies, Patti Smith, and Zeitgeist, all songs written by Bruce Springsteen, and the half off price is $10. $10 on that. Stitches is sold to Rebecca Howitt. Thank you, Rebecca Howitt. That is sold to you. And we are looking for a $5 start on Slang Mind Eraser, going twice, going 3 times. Looking for a $5 start on that. Next is Charlie Dorr, Where To Now. Half off price is $5. And then Rick Nelson, Garden Party. Rick Nelson is $7.50. And then Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart. I wonder what she's doing tonight. Tommy Boyce is EX for $11. EX, $11 on that. EX, $11. Let's see. NT. What was NT? Let's see. Chuck Hawley. What was NT? Not sure. Was it supposed to be JT, maybe? Is it supposed to be JT? NT, I'm not seeing in here. But yeah, Chuck Hawley, let me know if that was supposed to be JT. And what else did we get here? Cover Me. Cover Me was sold to Arnold Adams. That's sold to Arnold Adams. Let's see, Rod Barton is Pilot of Airwaves on Charlie Dorr. Let's see. Pilot of Airwaves. That's the opening track. Rod Bryan, if you want it, just say sold. If not, then it's going to be sold to Robin Glenn. But since you were first to ask about it, you do technically have dibs on that. Meant JT. I thought so. I just wanted to make sure. Chuck Hawley, thank you. That is sold to you. James Taylor is sold to Chuck Hawley. And if anybody wants Slang Mind Eraser, that is a $5 buy it now. $5 buy it now on that. Sold Rod Bryan. Got Charlie Door. That is sold to Rod Bryan. Thank you, Rod. That is sold to you. Let's see. What else do we have in here? All right. Definitely looks like some punk hardcore or metal, maybe even. I don't know. This is called Men's Interest. Men's Interest on Home is something. I don't know if that says Home Invasion. It might. Can't tell what label that is, but More War. Yeah, this is going to be a $5 start. Second press, it says on the inner sleeve. That is a $5 start there. $5 start. Slang Mind Eraser 5. That is sold to Sean Fairweather. Thank you, Sean. That is sold to you for $5. And yeah, Men's Interest looking for a $5 start. $5 start. The Return of a Man Called Horse. This is a soundtrack. Half off is $5. The Rippingtons, Moonlighting. The Rippingtons is half off for $10. $10 on that. And then Santana, Caravanserai, something like that. $10. $10 for Santana, no condition notes on the vinyl. Then we have John Stewart, Blondes. John Stewart, Blondes, half off price is $10. Then we have Webb Pierce Sings This Thing. Webb Pierce is $5. Blues Boy Rollins, aka Sweet Lovin' Daddy, featuring the hit I Got a Woman Shining My Shoe. Chicago Blues. Blues Boy Rollins is sealed. The half off price is $20. Half off for $20. Rafael Rivera on the Rippingtons. Rippingtons is sold to Rafael Rivera. Thank you, Rafael. That's sold to you. And then Santana. Santana is sold to Sunday Morning Sessions. That is sold to Sunday Morning Sessions. Going twice, going three times, looking for a $5 start on Men's Interest. Then we have Beale Street Mess Around, recorded by George Mitchell. That's EX. The half off price is $13.50. $13.50 on that. Blues Boy Rollins. I figured Patrick Lear, if you were still watching, you'd probably pick that up. That's sold to you, and I figured you would probably pick that one up as well, but we will see. Next in the crate is Rod Stewart, Never a Dull Moment. $13.50. And then we have Bite the Bullet. Bite the Bullet is $7.50. $7.50 on that. And then Gordon Lightfoot, East of Midnight. Half off price is $10. Rod Bryan on Beale Street. Beale Street is sold to Rod Bryan. Thank you, Rod. That's sold to you. If anyone wants this Men's Interest 45, that is a $5 buy it now. $5 buy it now on Men's Interest. What else do we have tucked over here? This is Friends on Benefits, the Meow Meows. The Meow Meows. Friends on Benefits, London Road, and then that and Hatred. I don't think I can say that on Facebook, and this is on like yellow vinyl, yellowish orange, gold something. But that's a $5 start for the Meow Meows. $5 start on that. Mike Bartlett on Gordon Lightfoot. Susie Breedlove, you were second. Looking for a $5 start on that. And if anyone wants that Men's Interest, it is a $5 buy it now. Joe Turner, the best of Joe Turner. Half off price is $7.50. $7.50 on Joe Turner. And then we have the Boomtown Rats in the Long Grass. The Boomtown Rats is $5. And then Jerry Rafferty, Owl City, no, not Owl City, Night Owl. Jerry Rafferty, Night Owl is $10. The 3 Degrees. The 3 Degrees is VG Plus for $6.50. $6.50 for the 3 Degrees. And then ELP, that's Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Ladies and gentlemen, ELP, ladies and gentlemen, that is $10. It's a 3LP live show, just $10 for ELP. ELP, $10. Bobby Rush and Kenny Wayne Shepherd. All right, well, if it doesn't interfere with the show I'm seeing next week, I do have tickets to see Gang of Four this upcoming week. excited. I know it's not, obviously it's not anywhere close to like the original lineup, but if I can see someone playing Gang of Four songs live, I'm gonna be excited for it for sure. Let's see. Ska reggae. Okay, that makes sense. Robert, or not Robert, Robin, not Robert or anything else that I said. Robin Glenn on the 3 Degrees. That is sold to Robin Glenn, and then Matt Barnhill first on ELP. Rafael Rivera, you were second on Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And next in the crate is Mr. Jesse James. It takes one to know one. Mr. Jesse James is sealed for $5. Sealed for $5. The Hatchet Men chopping around. That is sealed for $5. That is a UK Rockabilly EP, $5. $5 sealed. Let's see. Coming down to Nashville for Saturday to see Metallica. Well, you might see Chad. Chad is going to be seeing Metallica Thursday and Saturday, which also means that I'm going to be hosting the sale Thursday and Saturday, but Chad will be in Nashville seeing Metallica those nights. Let's see. Gang of Four. Yeah, I'm excited for the Gang of Four show. Joe Turner. That is sold to Paul Sponable. Oh, yeah, I would see the Buzzcocks too. With whatever lineup they have going now, I have no idea who they would have in the band, but I would still go. It's like kind of similar type of situation to the Gang of Four thing. It's like, well, I know it's definitely not the original lineup, but still gonna go. Hatchet Men sold to Robert Barnett. Robert Barnett got the Hatchet Men. Paul Spoonable, you were second. Staying up till 1 or 2 a.m. those nights? Probably not. Nope. Probably not. Probably like 10 or 11. Definitely not 1 or 2 in the morning. I don't really want to get into that type of a schedule. As much as I love you guys and hanging out, I just, also got like a 30-minute drive or so to and from work every day. So if I stop at 11, really, I'm not getting home till like 11:30 at least, and then got to wind down. So yeah, will not be staying up till 1 in the morning, or won't be out here till 1 in the morning. This is Infanticide Meth Leopard. Meth Leopard, Infanticide Meth Leopard. Is this like a split? Yeah, it looks like it. This is a $5 start. $5 start. I don't know why that cracked me up. I just wasn't expecting it. Was not expecting to say Meth Leopard today. It's a $5 start. $5 start on that. Let's see. Yeah, very true, Patrick. Very true. Yeah, as long as the main guy's in it, doesn't matter too much. But we've got Chuck Hall and the Brick Wall, $7.50 on that. No condition notes. Ian Dury and the Blockheads. Laughter. Ian Dury is sealed for $10. Bill Doggett, all his hits, 14 hits, $7.50 for Bill Doggett. And then Michael Bloomfield, If You Love These Blues, Play Them As You Please. That's an EX copy for $9. Michael Bloomfield, EX, $9. Then Kenny Neal, big news from Baton Rouge. Kenny Neal, half off price is $10. Then George Benson, White Rabbit. White Rabbit with Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, Hebert Laws, Airto, Earl Klugh, Jay Berliner, Billy Cobham. Great lineup on that one. $10 on George Benson. $10 on that. And then the Best of Percy Mayfield. Best of Percy Mayfield is sealed for $10. $10. Final call to get a $5 starting bid on Meth Leopard and Infanticide. We'll split there. I'm trying to keep this thing with it. Probably find a outer sleeve. Oh, nope, that's an LP sleeve. We've got to have some 45 sleeves up here somewhere, right? Maybe not. Figured Chad would have them up here somewhere. This kind of cannibalized one earlier, but I don't want to do that with all of them. Let's see. What's up with this? Sure, that'll work. All right. for a $5 start. Meth 5. Patty Williams is on meth for $5. It's a pretty good price, I think. Let's see. GB. George Benson is sold to Patrick Lear. Eric Squindo, you were second. Patrick Lear got George Benson. And then we have Fiat Lux, I think. Fiat Lux. Flat Lux. No, Fiat. Yeah. Fiat. Fiat Lux Hired History. That is sealed for $7.50. They've got Joan Rivers, What Becomes a Semi-Legend Most. That is $7.50 for Joan Rivers. Sunday Morning Sessions is also in on Infanticide or Meth Leopard, whichever one you want to go with there. That's at $6. Patty Williams, you have been outbid. The market price on meth has been increased. And next in the crate is Frank Zappa. This is Zappa in New York. That is half price for $17.50. $17.50 for Frank Zappa. $17.50. Rebecca Howard on Fiat Lux. That is sold to Rebecca Howard. Gonna mute my mic for just 1 second. All right. Just finished my V8. Let's see. Patty Williams is back in. We're back on the math at $7. Sunday Morning Sessions. You have been outbid. That is at $7 now. No one's going to pick up Zappa for $17.50. All right. Carla DeVito. Is this a cool world or what? $5 for Carla DeVito. And then Willie Nelson's Greatest Hits and Some That Will Be. Half off is $12.50. And we have The Searchers, Love Potion number 9. In shrink wrap too. $10. $10 for The Searchers. Very nice copy there. And then we have Earl Bostick, the best of Earl Bostick. That is $10. $10 on Earl Bostick. Then the Crying Shames, A Scratch in the Sky. The Crying Shames is a VG copy. It's just $5. $5 for the Crying Shames. The Detroit Junior Chicago Urban Blues is $9. $9 for Detroit Junior. Infanticide is now at $8 with Sunday Morning Sessions. Patty Williams, you've been outbid. WN Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson is sold to Rod Bryan. Thank you, Rod Bryan. That's sold to you. Searching. That was for the Searchers. Searchers is sold to Susie Breedlove. Shames. Oh yeah, Crying Shames sold to Chuck Halley. Patrick Lear, the Zappa was the live in New York. Zappa in New York. 2 LPs, no condition notes on the vinyl. It does have this old sticker up here. But yeah, it's on the discreet label. Looks like a really nice copy. Very nice looking copy there. $17.50. Patty Williams. Back on the meth again at $9. Meth Leopard and Infanticide is at $9 with Patty Williams. Sunday Morning Sessions, you have been outbid. Since the meth record keeps getting passed around, I'm going to go ahead and put up another single. Let's put up another single in the meantime. Let's see. What do we have here? What is this? I don't know. This doesn't look hardcore or punk to me, but it's in the crate. It's a 45. We got to go through it. Let's see what this is. This is, I think it's Savak, S-A-V-A-K, Savak, black vinyl on Peculiar Works. $5 start. Maybe it's punk. I don't know. Never judge a book by its cover, right? $5 start on that. It's S-A-V-A-K, $5 start on that. Patrick Lear said he will take it. So Zappa is sold. Zappa is sold to Patrick Lear. Let me scroll up and make sure I didn't miss anything else. Let's see, info on Zappa. Got that. And then Willie, Mark Price on Willie. Willie. Was there a Willie in here somewhere? Willie. Did I sell a Willie? Oh, that was Willie Nelson. I did sell that. That is sold. Let's see, I'll take it. And then infant 10. So meth is back up to $10. Patty, let me know. Yep, you're back in on the meth. Back on the meth. Patty Williams has increased the market price of meth once again to $11. That's at 11 with Patty Williams. Sunday morning sessions. You've been outbid. And Holden 190. I will definitely run through this again. Savak or Savak, S-A-V-A-K, does have a $5 bid with Robert Warner. Robert Warner has that for $5. That's at 5 with Robert Warner. Just a couple records left in here, and then I'll recap the crate. This is Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 4. Half off price is $10. No condition notes on that. And then Hurricane Smith. Hurricane Smith is just $5. $5 for Hurricane Smith. $5 for that. $5 for Hurricane Smith. And not paying more than 10 for meth. I'm out. No problem. Let's do a final call on the meth. Final call on Meth Leopard. That is at $11 with Patty Williams. Final call. Final call on that. I'm going to go ahead and move Savak or Savik, something like that, to a final call as well. That's at $5 with Robert Warner. And now it's at $6 with Rod Bryan. That's at $6 with Rod Bryan now. Let me recap this crate. Smith, Holden 190 on Hurricane Smith for $5. That is sold to Holden 190. Thank you. That is sold to you. Recap time. Everything in here is half off. Wishbone Ash, live dates, double album, no condition notes, $15. And then My Sex or Me Sex, Space Race, that was $7.50. Vic Vergat, Down to the Bone, half off price is $10. Glenn Fry, No Fun Allowed is $10. Peter Blegvad, Nights Like This, $5 for that. Lightning Bar Blues, that's Johnny Holm, $10 on Johnny Holm. Steve Miller Band, Your Saving Grace. Steve Miller Band is $10. Then Rick Nelson, Garden Party, $7.50 for Rick Nelson. And Meth Leopard is sold to Patty Williams. Patty Williams got that for $11. Thank you. That is sold to you for $11. And Robert Warner is going to get the Savak or Savik for $5. That is, oh, I'm stupid. Rod Bryan had that for $6. It's a final call though. Final call for $6. I forgot that Rod had bid on that. Final call on Savak at $6. Robert Warner, let me know if you want back in on that. That is at $6 with Rod Bryan. Final call. Next in the crate, Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart. Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart. I wonder what she's doing tonight. EX, $11. EX, $11. Garden, it's Garden Party. That is sold to Holden, $190. That is sold to Holden, $190. It's out. All right. Now I'm going to sell this. This is sold to Rod Bryan for $6. Sorry about the confusion there. That is sold to Rod Bryan for $6. What else do we have over here? Let's get this one up. This is called Scum Raid. Scum Raid 5-track EP called Rip Up. Scum Raid 5-track EP from 2015. There's the generic inner sleeve there, and single-sided with an etching. I don't know if I can really get that on there. It looks like a skull with a target on it, kind of. That's going to be a $5 start. $5 start on Scum Raid. $5 start on that. Yeah, Garden is out. Peter Blegvad. Peter B. This one is sold to Rebecca Howett. Rebecca Howett got that. And then Boyce, that was Tommy Boyce. That sold to Rod Bryan for half off. That sold to Rod Bryan for half off. And then we have the Return of a Man Called Horse. That is $5. John Stewart, Blondes. John Stewart, Blondes, half off price is $10 on that one. And then Webb Pierce sings this thing. That is $5. Rod Stewart, Never a Dull Moment, $13.50. And then Bite the Bullet. Bite the Bullet is $7.50. And then the Boomtown Rats, In the Long Grass. Half off price is just $5 on the Boomtown Rats. And then Jerry Rafferty, Night Owl, Jerry Rafferty is $10. Mr. Jesse James, It Takes One to Know One. That is sealed for $5. Sealed for $5. And then Chuck Hall and the Brick Wall. Chuck Hall is $7.50. Patty Williams on Return. Return, that was it that soundtrack? Yeah, Return of a Man Called Horse. That is sold to Patty Williams. Thank you very much. Scum rate is too much for me. Is it nuts? Is it crazy? Let's see. Peter Blagvon founded the band Slap Happy. Oh, cool. I know Slap Happy. Kind of related to like Henry Cow and stuff like that. Cool. I do like that stuff. What was that like subgenre? They call it like rock in opposition. I like that kind of stuff. Sweet. Good to know. Maybe I should check that out the next time it comes through. Ian Dury and the Blockheads, Laughter. That is sealed for $10. Bill Doggett, all his hits, $7.50 on that. Michael Bloomfield, if you love these blues, play them as you please. That is EX for $9. And if anyone wants Scum Raid, if anyone wants this Scum Raid 5-track EP, it is a $5 buy it now. $5 buy it now on that. Love metal and rock. Yeah, I think everyone's got their limits, you know, no matter what kind of stuff they listen to. Let's see. Also, yeah, these are the only other no-sell auctions so far. This is the Meow Meows, Friends on Benefits. That was a $5 buy now if anyone wants it. And then Men's Interest is also a $5 buy it now if anybody wants either of those. And Scum Raid is still a $5 buy it now as well. $5 buy it now on that. And let's get another 45 up for auction. Let's see, what is this? This is Vanity. Vanity, Anticlimax, and A Seat at the Table from Feel It Records. That's a $5 start. $5 start on Vanity. $5 start on that. We have, yeah, Kenny Neal, Big News from Baton Rouge. That was $10. The Best of Percy Mayfield. The Best of Percy Mayfield was sealed for $10. Joan Rivers, What Becomes a Semi-Legend Most. That was half off for $7.50. Let's see, Brandon here made my first purchase last night. What day do you send invoices out? And I should see it in my email. Tom, we invoice every Monday. So our invoice cycle is from Sunday through Saturday. Anything you buy between Sunday through Saturday all gets put on one invoice, and it's $7 unlimited shipping no matter how many records you buy. But the invoices start going out on Mondays. So as long as you have sent us a message with your email address and your shipping address, you're good to go. It will come to your email address on Monday. But yeah, also if you're new or for anyone that's watching and you didn't know, today does start a brand new invoice cycle. So starting fresh today. Starting fresh. Looking for a $5 start on the Vanity 45. $5 start on Vanity. Just a few more records left in here. That's Carla DeVito. Is This a Cool World or What? That is $5. $5 on that. And then the Best of Earl Bostic. And that is $10. Earl Bostic is $10. Detroit Jr., Chicago Urban Blues. That is $9. No condition notes on that. And then Blood, Sweat, and Tears 4. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 4 is $10. $10 on that. So all of that is still available. If anybody wants anything out of there, just let me know. I'm going to combine this with the other half off crate. And then maybe I'll go through it all again towards the end of the show. See if we can sell more, and then maybe just do a big bulk sale for the rest of everything that's left. But we definitely sold more out of that second crate than the first one. Let's see. I think I'm going to go through that crate of new vinyl again, the stuff that I ordered for today, because I think there are about 2 or 3 times more people watching now than there were when I started the show. Oh, Scum, yeah, sorry, Sunday morning sessions, I saw that, and I meant to grab it and I forgot, but that is sold to Sunday morning sessions. Thank you, Sunday morning sessions. That is sold to you. And thank you, Tom. As long as we got that. Yep. Yeah, I just saw that you sent that message. Thank you very much. We've got your info, and yeah, we'll send you an invoice tomorrow. Should be good to go. All right. Crate of new vinyl. Also, if anyone wants this Vanity 45, that's a $5 buy now. Vanity is a $5 buy it now. $5 buy it now on Vanity. There's a lot of stuff in this crate of new vinyl that I ordered that I was surprised did not get bought. I thought this first one in here would get sold out immediately and that I would have to order more or take a waiting list or something. But this is Linda Perhacs parallelograms on blue vinyl, 180 gram blue vinyl, new and sealed for $34.99. Originals are expensive, hard to find in good shape. Even the reissues go out of print quite a bit. I didn't even know this was in print. This is one of my favorite albums, and also in like the top 3 of my want list. But this is $34.99. $34.99 for Linda Perhacs parallelograms. I've got 3 copies. Fantastic, like psychedelic folk stuff there. If you like, I don't know, stuff kind of like Joni Mitchell, and I mean, it's Joni Mitchell-esque, but it's just beautiful. You got to listen to it. It's pretty psychedelic too. Very cool harmonies that she does with herself. Did Chad find another copy of Cure Kiss Me For Me? He said he'd check. I don't know. I haven't talked to him today. I do not know if he found one or not. I see him like once or twice a week, and I get to talk to him usually for about a grand total of like maybe 20 minutes a week. That's about right. Yeah, I have not talked to him, and I'm not sure about the Cure record. I'm not sure on that. Let's see, what other 45s do we have over here? All right, we sold Meth Leopard earlier. Let's go ahead and try this. This is The Method. Royce Gracie Sessions, The Method. And this is on gray vinyl, like silvery gray vinyl. The Method. Looks like it was recorded in April 1994. It's going to be a $5 start. $5 start. $5 start on The Method. Next in the crate, Amanaz, Africa. That's a new and sealed reissue of a Zamrock record for $33.99. $33.99 for Amanaz. Yeah, originals of this are hundreds of dollars. And if you do find one, they're probably going to be in like fair or poor condition. Just really tough to find Zamrock records in good shape. That is a fantastic record. Ted Lucas, another rare one. Originals are like, it's like a private press folk record with some like sitar and stuff also thrown in there. This is a new sealed copy from Third Man Records for $33.99. $33.99 for Ted Lucas. Does that single tell you how to choke someone out? Well, if you buy it, you can find out. If you buy it, you can find out. Let us all know. Let's see. Yeah, wish I had like a little thing in here like tips and tricks on how to choke someone out. Let's see. Ted Lucas still available, and then probably the best Brazilian psych record ever made. This is Os Mutantes. It's a new sealed 180 gram HQ vinyl press for $38.99. It also comes with a bonus CD. This is just an incredible record. I think it's in mono too. Does it say? I can't remember if this is stereo or mono, but I thought when I ordered it, I thought it said mono, but I could be wrong about that. But that's $38.99. Matt Barnhill wants one. That is it's an incredible record. It's highly psychedelic, really lysergic, crazy, but awesome. There's some great hooks. There's fuzz guitar all over it. It's definitely got a Brazilian feel. I mean, it's primarily sung in Portuguese, except for the song Baby. But man, what an album. It's like a top 10 all-time psych record. Definitely the best Brazilian psych record. But we also have Hank Mobley. Hank Mobley, third season. This is a Tone Poet issue. This is a new sealed copy for $44.99. Hank Mobley. And then one of my favorite jazz records of all time, one of the best. This is Joe Henderson featuring Alice Coltrane, Michael White, and Charlie Hayden. This is a Jazz Dispensary reissue, new and sealed, for $36.99. I'm going to go ahead and sell The Method to Robert Warner for $5. That is sold to Robert Warner for $5. IS price, was that OS price? Was that supposed to be for Os Mutantes? ST, that was new and sealed for $38.99. $38.99. New and sealed, $38.99. LP and CD. If you want it, just say sold and I'll stick it in the crate. There's some in here that I want Chad to do because I know how things sometimes just kind of make him feel a little bit uncomfortable and it's entertaining to watch. Let's see. Maybe that's like kind of evil of me to do, but it's fun. It's fun for me. Any metal. No metal tonight. No metal tonight. That's typically reserved for Thursdays. Let's see. Yeah, Matt got it. Well, I've got 2 copies. He bought one, but I have one more. I've got one more in here. ST, if you want it. If you want that, I do have one more available. I ordered 2 because I figured people would buy it. I thought it was another one that I thought we would end up needing a wait list for. This is test image rejected. I don't know if that means this is like a test press. It might be just kind of trying to look like a test press. What is this? Verdadero Criminal. No me digas nada. Definitely in Spanish here. Don't know anything about it. It was recorded in Washington, like Olympia, Washington, the state. Whatever it is, it's going to be a $5 start. Control test Steve Jobs. I don't know what's going on with it. If you want to bid on it, just put test or something. $5 start on that. ST is going to get Os Mutantes. That is sold to ST. Thank you very much. And oh yeah, I saw JH also. JH ST. You got the Joe Henderson as well. I do have one copy of that left if anybody else wants that. No vintage new arrivals. Nope, just doing like discounted stuff and 45 auctions tonight. Let's see. Next in the crate, Charles Mingus. Yeah, I just pulled that Joe Henderson for you, ST. Charles Mingus, The Black Saint and the Sinner Lady. That's a new sealed copy for $38.99. New and sealed, $38.99 on Charles Mingus. And then John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman. That is the audiophile pressing from Acoustic Sound Series. New and sealed for $46.99. $46.99 on John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman. And then more Brazilian. This is some Tropicalia, one of the best of that time and place for sure. This is a new sealed copy of Caetano Veloso, $38.99. $38.99 on that. Robert Warner did bid $5 on Test. That is at $5 going twice, going 3 times, going twice, going 3 times. And Caetano Veloso, $38.99. And I've got one copy left of Cannonball Adderley, with Miles Davis, Hank Jones, Sam Jones, and Art Blakey. This is Something Else. Jazz Classic, pressed on virgin vinyl, 180 gram, new and sealed for $28.99. $28.99 on Cannonball Adderley. And then still got that Japanese record that's kind of hard to describe, but it's really good. It's Yasuaki Shimizu Kakashi. It's 1982, new and sealed for $29.99. Hype sticker says 1982 album from the visionary saxophonist behind Mariah's Utakata Hohibi. Through its 8 sweet light tracks, Kakashi transports the listener into Yasuaki Shimizu's colorful sound world, a fusion of auteur, jazz, new wave, ambient, and dub. Another high water mark in the 80s Japanese underground. $29.99 on that. What label is Veloso on? It's that Digalogo, or not logo, Digalogue label, I believe. I think that's the name of that label, right? Or is it like LR? It's like Lilith. It's not Third Man. I know Third Man put this out too, but it's like the same kind of series that that Os Mutantes was on. It's not Now Again either. It's $38.99. LR. Actually not sure. Oh, I didn't even realize it. This also comes with a bonus CD. LR. What does LR stand for? Lilith? Lilith something? Kakashi, yeah, that is sold to Colin Butler. That's sold to Colin Butler. Thank you very much. And I'm going to go ahead and sell this test, 45. This is sold to Robert Warner for $5. That was up for long enough. I don't think I said final call, but I don't think anyone else was going to bid on it anyways. That sold to Robert Warner for $5. And let's see. What should I put up next? Da, 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 da. What is this? All right. This one is called Heat. Heat. And this is, I'm just seeing if it's on like colored vinyl or anything. It's got a little insert. Looks like it's on black vinyl. Yep. $5 start. $5 start on Heat. It's got the tracks Following, The Myth, Strings, Heat, Feel It, and Shades of Blue, all on one 7-inch disc. $5 start on that. $5 start on that. Then next in the crate, we've got one copy left of the Bill Evans Trio Waltz for Debbie on purple colored vinyl, new and sealed for $26.99. And then Elizabeth Cotton, folk songs and instrumentals with guitar, new and sealed, $28.99. Fantastic. It does have the song Freight Train on it. It's new and sealed for $28.99. And then Tom Zay, more Brazilian Tropicalia type stuff here. This is a new sealed copy for $33.99. $33.99 on Tom Zay. And then John Coltrane, this is Soul Train on red vinyl, new and sealed, $28.99. $28.99. And then Calvin Keys, this is Shawneek on the Black Jazz label, reissue of course, new and sealed, $34.99. Just an unbelievably good guitar player. $34.99 on Calvin Keys, Shawneek, $34.99 on that. And then the Charlie Mingus Jazz Workshop, Charles Mingus Pithecanthropus erectus, new and sealed copy for $24.99. JC, that was for John Coltrane. That is sold to ST. ST got John Coltrane. Mingus is still available. I think we sold one earlier. I've got one left. And then we have one copy of Francois Hardy, self-titled Deluxe Gatefold Edition on 180 gram HQ Virgin Vinyl, new and sealed for $26.99. New and sealed, $26.99. Heat is going twice, going 3 times. That is at $5 with Robert Warner. CM, that was Charles Mingus. That is sold to Michael McCullen. Charles Mingus sold to Michael McCullen. I need to get another crate. Let's get another crate going here. Shuffle some things around. There we go. All right. Charles Mingus is sold. Next is Chet Baker. Chet Baker Sings Audiophile pressing, new and sealed for just $24.99. $24.99 on Chet Baker. Final Call on Heat. Final Call. It's at $5. And then we have Bon Iver, Sable Fable, the new album from Bon Iver. This is a new sealed copy for $33.99. $33.99. Psychedelic Sunday. Not today, unfortunately. I wish. There's a little bit of, I ordered a little bit of psych type stuff. But yeah, it's not a proper Psychedelic Sunday. I need to get one going. It's been tough to, I don't know, psych records are hard to kind of squirrel away. I don't know, we don't get a lot of them. They're tough. The 7-inch is just called Heat. Chris Bryant's Heat with Feel It, Following, String, The Myth, Heat, and Shades of Blue on Deranged Records. That is a final call. I'm only going to give it like one more minute. Maybe it's at $5 with Robert Warner. Let's see. CB, Chet Baker. Chet Baker is sold to Jared Inc. Thank you, Jared Inc. That is sold to you. And then we have William Onibar in Body and Soul. William Onibar is new and sealed for $34.99. $34.99. Some Nigerian funk type stuff there. $34.99 on that. And Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. This is a mono reissue, new and sealed, $33.99. The best-selling jazz album of all time. Audiophile mono pressing, just $33.99 for Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. And let's go ahead and sell Heat. Heat is sold to Robert Warner for $5. That's sold to Robert Warner for $5. Let's get this thing put away. Come on. Sold to Robert Warner for $5. And William Onibar, that is sold to ST. ST got William Onibar. Thank you very much. That is sold to you. And what other 45s do we have over here? Let's see. Just trying to get that. There we go. This is, what is this? Miracle Drug and Peace of Mind split 7-inch. Looks like it should be on colored vinyl. Let's see. Yeah, it's on like black and red splatter. Miracle Drug and what was it? Peace of Mind. $5 start on that. $5 start on Miracle Drug and Peace of Mind. Do Tom Zay and Veloso. Awesome. Let's see. There's Tom Zay and there is Caetano Veloso. Those are both sold to Colin Butler. Thank you, Colin. Those are sold to you. Those are sold. The split is at $5 with Robert Warner. That is at $5 with Robert Warner. One album left in here. This is Jorge Ben. That's a new sealed copy for $38.99. Jorge Ben, new and sealed, $38.99. Another great album, $38.99 for Jorge Ben. I'm going to recap it one final time, and then I'm not going to show these records again because this is the second time, and I feel like most people watching are probably sick of seeing them. I know some of these are pretty obscure, but I think it's just important to have this kind of stuff that it is to have like a Ramones or Led Zeppelin record or something. There's a lot of good music out there. A lot of good music out there. Linda Perhacs Parallelograms on blue vinyl is still available. That is a new sealed copy for $34.99. $34.99 on Linda Perhacs Parallelograms. And then Amanez Africa Zamrock Classic new and sealed, $33.99. Ted Lucas, that is new and sealed for $33.99. And then Hank Mobley, third season, that's a Tone Poet pressing, new and sealed, $44.99. And then I've got one copy left of Joe Henderson, The Elements, new and sealed, $36.99. And Charles Mingus, The Black Saint and the Sinner Lady, one of the best albums of all time, probably new and sealed, $38.99. $38.99. Let's see. I'll take that and that. Chris Knapp, I'd love to sell you some. You gotta be more specific. Let's see. Final call on this split 7-inch here. Miracle Drug and Peace of Mind. That's at $5 with Robert Warner. Final call on that. Final call on that. And then we also have John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman, new and sealed for $46.99. Caetano Veloso, we've got one copy left, $38.99 on that. And then Cannonball Adderley, Something Else, $28.99. Waltz for Debbie, that's the Bill Evans Trio, new and sealed, $26.99. Elizabeth Cotton, Folk Songs and Instrumentals with Guitar, new and sealed, $28.99. Go back, Africa and the one before. Yeah, you probably need both of these if you don't have them already. Chris Knapp, Linda Perhacs, Parallelograms. I didn't even know this was in print. It goes in and out of print all the time. Not all the time. It's usually out of print. So when I saw that they actually had it available, I ordered 4 of them, 1 for myself and then 3 to sell. But this is a great record. If you don't know it, I think you'll enjoy it a lot. It's folk psych. Great stuff from, I think it was like 1970. And then Africa Amanaz is just really good Zamrock. If you know Zamrock, it's that. Yeah, you should get both of those. I'll go ahead and sell both of those to Chris Knapp. Great stuff. Great stuff there. Let's see. Todd, so yeah, I get that. Another reason I order this stuff is so that you guys can like kind of see it and maybe look it up, listen to it on YouTube or Spotify or whatever. And then maybe you listen to it, you're like, oh, this is really good. And then, maybe the following day or whenever we show it again, then you're more familiar with it. What I'm trying to do is expose you guys to stuff that maybe you've never seen or never listened to. Trying to give you guys some descriptions on it too, to see if it might be something you like. And if you're like, well, sounds like something I might like, then maybe you can, explore, check it out, and then get yourself a copy. Elizabeth Cotton is sold to Colleen Cook. Colleen Cook got Elizabeth Cotton. I wish I could if these costed us like $5 or something, I would love that because I could sell them for a lot less, and it's less of a risk to just kind of blind buy something. I totally get that. But this 45 here is sold to Robert Warner for $5. That is sold for $5. That Africa Amanaz record, if you find an original, like almost in any condition, they're going to be expensive, but especially if you can find one that's not like in fair or poor, even if it's like VG, it's probably like a $500 record or more. Let's see, when you order, can you get more newer pop punk, pop rock, and R&B? I love I think Chad usually orders that I don't know, he might not know too much of the newer stuff. I do need to order more newer stuff, for sure. There's just so much there's so much music out there. But yeah, I definitely need to order some more of the newer pop kind of stuff for sure, to keep younger people watching too and buying some records, because I know we have some people. I don't know if you saw the Bon Iver. That's definitely newer. That's probably the only new thing that I ordered for this week, but I'm always trying to get some of this obscure stuff. I guess it's hard to find originals of. Let's see, create a playlist that's shareable for upcoming new repress essentials. It's a good idea. I do like making playlists. About I don't know what I'm doing this and that. Let's see, Tom Zay is still available. That's new and sealed for $33.99. And then John Coltrane, Soul Train, is on red vinyl. That's new and sealed for $28.99. $28.99. And then Calvin Keys, Shawnee, that's new and sealed for $34.99. $34.99 on Calvin Keys, Shawnee. And then Francois Hardy, classic, new and sealed, $26.99. Chet Baker Sings, new and sealed, $24.99. I have Bon Iver, awesome. Yeah, I still need to listen to it. I haven't listened to it yet. I don't know. I liked For Emma Forever Ago and the self-titled pretty well, but then everything after that I did not like very much. So I've been kind of hesitant to listen to the newest one. but I've heard good things about it. Like, it seems like people are loving it. I just need to give it a spin. But that's new and sealed for $33.99. And then Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. That's new and sealed. Mono copy, $33.99. $33.99. And then Jorge Ben, self-titled, $38.99. $38.99 on Jorge Ben. Love to see some brutal metal. Yeah, we do try to order a lot of metal for sure. The Chad hide all the $100 45s. I don't know. I have no idea. Can we get any represses of Simply Saucer? Oh man, I don't know. That is a great band though. I feel like they pressed it like 10 or 15 years ago, but I don't know if they've pressed it since then. I feel like it's probably out of print, most likely, but I don't know. Man, that's killer though. Really good, like psychedelic punk kind of stuff with like some Velvet Underground tendencies as well. Let's do a buy it now best offer crate, maybe something like that. Wait, were these all singles? What's up with this? I don't know. What's this over here? I don't know. There's records everywhere. Oh, what is that? More stuff. Is David Hoy watching? I just spotted a jazz crate. Let's see. What is this? This looks like some stuff I priced out a few nights ago, maybe. Let's do a buy now best offer crate. Let's see. Oh, hey, what's up, David? Well, since you're watching, hold on. Let's see. I don't know how much is actually in here. This is, yeah, it looks like this is primarily jazz. Let's see. Hopefully you've been enjoying the jazz crates that I've been putting out the last couple weeks or so. Did I find the 326 crate? Is that the one you're looking for? This is not. This is stuff that I think I priced like last week. 326. It's about a month ago. I don't know. It's probably buried in this island of crates over here. I do not know where that is. What is this? This is really good looking stuff. All right, after this crate, I've got another crate to go up. Let's see. They might have Chris Knapp, they might have repressed that again. I don't know. That's really good stuff. Essential, I would say. Yeah, Jim B. What is all this stuff over here? I don't know. There's just 45s everywhere. 45s everywhere. I don't know. I just need to grab them and put them up. Let's see. I'm spending way too much. Man, what you're not seeing. I shouldn't admit it, but I mean, there's stuff that I've been pulling too. It's good and bad for me and you. It's bad because I'm spending money on them, but also good because there have been some really cool records. And it's also bad because I know you're spending quite a bit on those records, but also good because you're getting them. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's been some really good jazz in that collection that we picked up, though. And as you know, we don't really get a whole lot of jazz records that often either. So I guess like while we have it, you kind of have to take advantage. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I think my favorite one that I've pulled for myself from that collection was Billy Harper, Black Saint. It was like an original Italian. Man, what a record. Great stuff. I didn't even show what this is. Just thinking about that Billy Harper record and the jazz records that we've gotten. But this is Emotional Response, Boy Racer. Everyone's a critic and don't be scared. This is going to be a $5 start on Emotional Response. $5 start on that. Let's see. $5 start on that. What is this? Herb Geller Plays. Herb Geller Plays. That's a Japanese import in mono. $24.99. $24.99. Billy Harper is. Yeah, it's great. I think that was the album that started the Black Saint label, as well as the first one on that label. But man, it is great. I got that one and that Ted Curson record. It's something wine. Man, why can I not remember the title of it? But that was unbelievably good. It reminded me of like late 60s, early 70s Miles type stuff. Something Wine by Ted Curson. It was great. I think those are probably the two that I was the most excited to get. Yeah, this is going to be buy it now, best offer. Buy it now, best offer on everything in here. Errol Garner, The Elf. That's the Savoy Sessions. It's a white label promo, $11.99. Then we have Ganelin Tarasov Chekasin, live in East Germany. David, I kind of thought you might get this one. Original 1980 UK import, but also made in the US, $29.99. I think it's free jazz. It has, I didn't listen to it. It has really high ratings, and this is a beautiful copy. It's $29.99 for that. HG 18. John Dodd is going to get the Herb Geller Plays. That is sold. Oh, and Gary Wellman offered 20 right after that. Well, I already said sold. That's sold to John Dodd for $18. GTC 23. Matt Barnhill, that is sold to you for $23. That's sold to you for $23. I think it was Pop Wine. Is it Pop Wine by Ted Curson? I think that might be the name of it. Looking for a $5 start on Emotional Response, going twice, going three times. And we have Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. Maharishi, that is $24.99. It is a 67 US reissue. $24.99 on that. Chico Freeman, Destiny's Dance. Chico Freeman is $14.99. And then Tommy Flanagan, Red Mitchell, and Elvin Jones Super Session. It's from 1981. It's $14.99 for Tommy Flanagan. Then Viva Tijuana, the Fiesta Brass. That was $9.99. Herb. Yeah, Chris Knapp, that one has already sold. Buy now, best offer. The Red Garland Quintet featuring John Coltrane and Donald Byrd. Junction. Red Garland Quintet is a white label promo from 1973. It's $34.99. $34.99. White label promo. Great lineup. $34.99 on that. And then Elias, something like that. Cross Currents. It's $14.99 from 1988 with Jack DeJohnette. That is $14.99 on that. If anyone wants the Emotional Response, that is a $5 buy it now. $5 buy it now on the Emotional Response. $5 buy it now on that. Let me sneak over here. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Let's see. All right. Coming back. I know exactly where all these 45s are coming from. I thought I would just grab a small handful and see what we could get out of it. No idea what this one is. This is the Bilbo Nosman, Out Cold, something like that. Oh, the Bill Bondsman, not Bilbo, but the Bill Bondsman Out Cold. This is going to be a $5 start. $5 start on the Bilbo. I still keep wanting to say it. The Bill Bondsman Out Cold. $5 start on that. $5 start on that. Missed the Errol Garner price. Errol Garner was $11.99. It's a white label promo as well. This is sold to Chris Bachek for $10. That's sold to Chris Bachek for $10. Looking for a $5 start on the Bill Bondsman. And then Shooter Jennings, the Wolf. That's $29.99. It is a 2007 US press. It does not have the CD though, but the vinyl is clean. $29.99 on that. And then George Duke, From Me to You, George Duke is $14.99. Then the Eric Dolphy Memorial album, that is a 1968 mono reissue, $14.99 for Eric Dolphy. $14.99 on that. I think this, which album was this originally? It's a reissue of one of his LPs, but I cannot remember which one it is, but that is $14.99. SJ Shooter Jennings is sold to Danny Thomason. That is sold to Danny Thomason. And then we have the Doldinger Jubilee. It's a 3 LP compilation, German import, $19.99. Sunday Morning Sessions, the Shooter Jennings already sold. Eric Dolphy. Eric Dolphy is sold to ST. Bill Bondsman. Oh yeah, it's Out Cold and Bill Bondsman. Thank you, Robert Warner. That is at $5 with Robert Warner. That's at $5 with Robert Warner. And then we have Dizzy Gillespie, In the Beginning. That's a white label promo. VG Plus, $12.99. And then the Best of Stan Getz is VG Plus for $9.99. And then Leonard Feather presents Encyclopedia of Jazz on Records Volume 1, the 20s, and it also has Volume 2, the 30s, so 20s and 30s, 2 LPs, VG Plus, $11.99. And then Duke Ellington and Johnny Hodges Blues Summit, that is EX. It's a 1973 white label promo for $22.99. EX, $22.99 for Duke Ellington and Johnny Hodges Blues Summit. All right, DG, Mike Willard on DG. Dizzy Gillespie is sold to Mike Willard. Thank you, Mike. That's sold to you. Final call on the Bill Bondsman and Out Cold. There's Charles Erland. Charles Erland Black Talk with Houston Person, Virgil Jones, Melvin Sparks, and Idris Muhammad. It's a VG copy. It's an original 1970 US pressing, though. VG for $14.99. VG $14.99. It's not a bad VG, though. $14.99 on Charles Erland. $14.99. DE 15. Duke Ellington 15. I'll do 17. Just a $2 bump on that. Patrick Lear. I'll sell that too for $17. 17 on Duke Ellington. And the Bill Bondsman and Out Cold is sold to Robert Warner for $5. That's sold to Robert Warner for $5. Let's see. Let's see what we've got here. What is this? Kind of a cool looking cover. This is Rampage Heads in a Vice. Rampage Heads in a Vice. It's on red vinyl. Red vinyl for Rampage. This is going to be a $5 start. Rampage Heads in a Vice. $5 start. Patrick Lear gets Duke Ellington for $17. Romulo Cesarius, you were second on that. And I'm just going to recap what's left in here very quickly. Robert Warner is in on Rampage at $5. Rampage is at $5 with Robert Warner. We've got Errol Garner, the Elf, the Savoy Sessions. That was a white label promo, $11.99. Why are these getting... There we go. Maharishi, Mahesh Yogi, and then Chico Freeman, Destiny's Dance, Tommy Flanagan, Red Mitchell, and Elvin Jones, Viva Tijuana, the Fiesta Brass, the Red Garland Quintet, Junction, that is still available. George Duke, From Me to You, and the Doldinger Jubilee, something like that. 3 LP German import, the Best of Stan Getz, Romulo, Earl Garner Quintet. That's not Earl Garner. Where is Earl Garner? Where did Earl Garner? Oh, that was like the last one, wasn't it? Yeah. Earl Garner was a white label promo, $11.99. $11.99 on that. Jim B is in on Rampage at $6. Jim B has that for $6. Robert Warner, you have been outbid. Romulo, let me know if you want the Errol Garner. And yeah, Red Garland Quintet, that's a white label promo, $34.99. And the Leonard Feather Presents Volume 1, the 20s, Volume 2, the 30s. And then Charles Erland Black Talk. Romulo wants the Earl Garner. Errol, I keep saying Earl. Errol Garner, that is sold to Romulo Caceres. And that's it. If anyone wants anything else out of there, just let me know. Let me know if you need anything else out of there. Is Red Garland an OG? It's a white label promo. It's on Prestige, and it's from 1973. That's all I know. It's like one of those Prestige 2LP kind of things. Very nice copy, white label promo. It's real nice. That was $34.99. $34.99. Patrick Lear. Let me know if you want that. It does have the, it's hard to see. In the right light, you kind of can. It has the radio station markings. Radio station markings right in here. But got that marked $34.99. 27. That sounds like a deal. Patrick Lear, you get that for $27. Romulo the Sting gets was VG Plus for $9.99. VG Plus $9.99. Rampage is at $9 with Robert Warner. Robert Warner has Rampage for $9. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything else. Let's see. ST the Yogi price was $24.99. No condition notes on that. And CE price. Charles Erland was VG for $14.99. Just gonna bring this crate back up here because I'm still getting questions on it. Let's see, Charles Erland was VG $14.99. Mark Lent, let me know if you want that. Stan 7, yeah, I'll do that. Let's see, Stan Getz, best of Stan Getz is sold to Romulo Caceres for $7. Thank you, that is sold for $7. And then Mark Lent, just let me know about the Charles Erland Black Talk. It was VG $14.99. Rampage out, no problem. Final call on Rampage. Final call on Rampage. Do you know if you have a Cowboys from Hell you can quickly grab? I know Chad showed one recently. I'm trying not to go through the new vinyl, only because I know he did like a flip video this morning and I haven't watched it, and I know none of the stuff that has been claimed has been pulled yet. And I don't even know if it was in the video, but I'm scared to go through any of his new vinyl in case it's sold. In case it's sold. Let's see. Yogi 20. That sounds good to me. Yogi, yep. That is sold to ST for $20. That's sold for $20. Any other jazz in that? Yeah, I think this was pretty much all jazz. This is like a compilation of the 20s and 30s, 2 LPs for $11.99 VG Plus condition. And then this is, I think it's like a jazz or jazz funk concert or compilation. I can't remember. I think it's I think this is live. But yeah, that's $19.99 German import. And then George Duke from Me to You, that was $14.99. This is also jazz. That's Tommy Flanagan, Red Mitchell, and Elvin Jones, $14.99. And then Chico Freeman, Destiny's Dance, was $14.99. The Grant Greens, I didn't have any Grant Green in this crate, Mark. I didn't have Grant Green in this crate. It wasn't in that. Okay, well, if it wasn't in that and I see it, I don't know. I'll check 2 crates very quickly, and if it's in either of these crates, I'll sell it to you. But if it's not in either of these crates, then I guess you'll have to wait for tomorrow for Chad to show it. Let's see. Feel like we're getting further away. Well, there's Black Sabbath. Oh, yep, no Cowboys from Hell there. Let's see. Duke 10. George Duke for 10. Let's do 12 on that. 12 on that, and I'll sell it to you. Do 12 on that one and sell it. Rampage is sold. Rampage is sold to Robert Warner for $9. Thank you, Robert. That's sold for $9. That is sold for $9. And man, there's almost nothing left in that crate. That's always good. I'll put these in here with those. And let's do another buy it now best offer crate. So 12, so George Duke is sold to Romulo Caceres for $12. Thank you, Romulo. That's sold to you for 12. And let's do another 45. This is Abnegation. Abnegation in the Eye of the Storm. Abnegation. And I think it somehow popped out of this clear inner sleeve. It's going to need a little bit of a cleaning, but this is going to be a $5 start for Abnegation in the Eye of the Storm. $5 start on that. $5 start on that. Let me mute my mic for just 1 second. All right, let's do a buy it now best offer crate here. Yeah, this is like new stuff. This is Scritti Politti Provision. It's an EX condition, $12.99. And then this is High Violet by The National. The National is EX for $22.99. EX $22.99. And then another record by The National. This is Boxer, The National, $19.99. The Tangent, The Music That Died Alone. It's on blue marbled vinyl for $19.99. The Tangent, The Music That Died Alone. Blue vinyl. Interesting cover. When did this come out? 2003. It looks like terribly made, like early computer design kind of thing from like the early 2000s. It looks awful. That's on blue marble vinyl, $19.99. Let's see, National High Violet. That was this one right here. So not the Boxer, Sean, correct? That is sold to Sean Fairweather. The Tangent is sold to John Dodd for $15. AB Abnegation is at $5 with Sean Fairweather. Thank you, Sean. That is at $5 with you. Going once, going twice. Next in the crate is Baby Grand. Baby Grand, that is self-titled. No condition notes, $9.99. $9.99 on Baby Grand. And then Hinterland, Kissing the Roof of Heaven. That's also $9.99. 1990 UK import there. The Alabama State Troopers Roadshow featuring Don Nix, Jeannie Green, Furry Lewis, and the Mount Zion Band and Choir. 2 LPs for the price of 1. Sealed for $19.99. That is sealed for $19.99. Yeah, Natasha, we only had 1 copy of High Violet. Just 1 copy of that. Let's see, Sean has that for 5, going twice, going 3 times. Abnegation. And then Grinder Switch, Have Band Will Travel. That's sealed for $19.99. Again, everything in here is buy it now or best offer. You can make an offer. Next is Edie Brickell and New Bohemians, Shooting Rubber Bands at the Stars. That is $29.99. It's an original club copy in shrink. This is the one that people want with What I Am. What I Am is What I Am. $29.99 for Edie Brickell. My Morning Jacket. The Waterfall 2 My Morning Jacket is on clear vinyl for just $14.99. $14.99 on My Morning Jacket. And this is The Amazing Bud Powell. Bud Powell is sealed for $24.99. The Amazing Bud Powell sealed $24.99. $24.99 on Bud Powell. Edie Brickell is sold to John Dodd for $22. Thank you, John Dodd. That's sold to you Got another copy of the amazing Bud Powell. Who else is on this? Bud Powell, Fats Navarro, Sonny Rollins, Roy Haynes, and Max Roach. That's a great lineup. Bill Keenum on My Morning Jacket. My Morning Jacket is sold to Bill Keenum over on YouTube. Thank you, Bill. That's sold to you. Final call on Abnegation. That is at $5 with Sean Fairweather. Final call, Gorillas. Surprised this is in a buy now best offer crate. The Gorillas Demon Days. That's sealed for $34.99. Sealed Gorillas Demon Days, $34.99. I feel like stuff like that should sell instantly. People ask for Gorillas all the time. We almost never have it, and there it is. $34.99. We have 2 copies of it even. Then we have Husker Du tonight. Longhorn, Husker Du sealed. $24.99. Husker Du. Pretty both ways. I think Husker Du makes more sense to me. Husker Du. $24.99. Hinterland, $6. Hinterland. I guess so. I'll sell Hinterland for $6 at Sunday morning sessions. Gorillas, $25. I can't do that. This was just priced like, 3 days ago. And then Sunday morning sessions has the right idea, offering $30. It's not going to be an OG press. It's not OG. It's got a 2017 date on here. It originally came out in 2005. I will do 30. Brandon Lack, if you want to do 30, I'll sell it to you for 30. One of them is for sure sold to Sunday morning sessions for $30. And Brandon Lack, if you want it for 30 as well, I'll go ahead and sell that to you as well. I'll sell that to you for 30. And let's see, Abnegation is sold to Sean Fairweather. Sean Fairweather gets that for $5. Thank you very much. Let me scroll up just a bit. Brandon Lack said he'll do that. That is sold to Brandon Lack for $30 as well. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. So My Morning Jacket, Hinterland Gorillas, HD. That's Husker Du. Husker Du is sold to Sean Fairweather. Thank you, Sean. That's sold to you. Need land speed record. Do 18. Tail review. I already sold it. Husker Du already sold to Sean Fairweather. And let's see what else we have over here. What else do we have? Could be something. Could not be something. I have no idea. These obscure punk singles, I really have no clue. No idea. But this is Organized Sports. Guido, Make Them Hate, 5-star, 1086, Quickening Rats. All that on one disc. Looks like it's numbered. Don't know if it's supposed to be like 86 out of 300 or 1086 out of 300. That wouldn't make any sense. Probably 86, but that's a $5 start for Organized Sports. $5 start on that. Let's see. Yeah, Sean Fairweather got the Husker Du. That was the only copy that we had. Let's see. Oh, sorry, Sunday, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Sunday morning sessions and Brandon Lack. So Brandon and Brandon, I guess, both got the Gorillas. Let's see what else is in this crate. It's going well so far. This is another album by The Tangent. This is Auto Reconnaissance. $29.99. It's on orange vinyl. Orange vinyl for The Tangent. Feels like it's definitely a double LP as well. 2 LPs. The Tangent, Auto Reconnaissance. Sorry, I keep bumping that camera. It's just right there. Too easy to hit. Looking for a $5 start on Organized Sports. And then we have Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Picture Disc. Picture Disc is $29.99. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Picture Disc, $29.99. And then Fuchsia Swing Song. This is Sam Rivers. I love Sam Rivers. Also has Jackie Byard, Ron Carter, and Anthony Williams. This is sealed for just $19.99. Sam Rivers, great stuff. Good free jazz, modal kind of stuff. Sealed for $19.99. Got 2 copies of it. And then we also have Brian Melvin's Night Food, featuring Jaco Pastorius. Music on vinyl release. It's unopened. It's on yellow vinyl, and it's just $19.99. $19.99 on that. I am just surprised that not more records are selling out of here. This is a great crate. Tangent sold to John Dodd for 22 bucks. That sold to John Dodd for 22. Alan Jonathan, I'll do, I hate to do it. I'm going to do another $2 bump. $2 bump on Sam Rivers. I'll do it for 16. I'll do it for 16. It is a reissue. Obviously, it's sealed, though. But yeah, I'll do $16 on it. I'll do 16 on Sam Rivers. And if anyone wants organized sports, that is a $5 buy it now. $5 buy it now on organized sports. If I can get this thing back in here, probably not. It's a $5 buy it now, though. Let's see. Melvin, 14. Do 16 on that as well. Alan Jonathan, I'll do 16 on both of these. 16 on both of those. Take Sam. Cool. Sam Rivers is sold for 16. And looks like Colin Butler's also going to do Sam Rivers for 16. So both of those are sold for 16. One to Colin Butler, one to Alan Jonathan. Alan, just let me know about this Brian Melvin. I'll do 16 on that one as well. And someone needs to pick up the National Alligator LP. Was there another National in here? The Alligator? I know Boxer was in here. Yeah, Boxer was in here. Sean Fairweather. I don't think there was another. I don't think Alligator was in there. Oh Brother 15. I think that would be half price. Yeah, I have it marked $29.99. It does have a tear on the sticker there. My best price on that today would be $23. We just marked it 3 days ago. So $23. $23 would be my best price. Robin Glenn, if you want that. Take Melvin. Brian Melvin's Night Food. That is sold to Alan Jonathan for $16 as well. Natasha Pickett on the Boxer from the National. That's sold to Natasha Pickett. Thank you, Natasha. That is sold to you. And next in the crate is the Fabulous Fats Navarro Blue Note Volume 1. That's sealed for $19.99. Then Art Pepper meets the Rhythm section. That's Red Garland, Paul Chambers, and Philly Joe Jones. That is sealed for $29.99 from Craft Recordings. It's a mono edition. Looks like it was a Record Store Day release. Yeah, mastered from the original tapes by Bernie Grundman. That's going to sound fantastic. Sealed for $29.99. Sealed for $29.99. Robin Glenn's going to pass, but if anyone else wants this, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou picture disc, it'll be $23. I will do $23 on it. And then we have Max Roach's Freedom Now Sweet. We Insist. It's also remastered by Bernie Grundman from the original master tapes. That dude stays busy. This is sealed for $19.99. Sealed for $19.99. Olatunji is on here. Cool. Who else is on here? Oh wow, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of names on here. I can't go through all of it. $19.99 on Max Roach. $19.99, and then Ja Wobble. Cool. Ja Wobble featuring Blueberry Hill. Ja Wobble, $14.99. Yeah, Public Image Limited related. PIL. Ja Wobble. Cool. Produced by Ja Wobble too. $14.99. Art 23. Was that Art Pepper? There it is. Art Pepper. That's sold to Alan Jonathan for $23. Thank you, Alan. That sold to you for $23. And then we have Roxy Music. Viva Roxy Music. That is $19.99. No condition notes on that. The Go-Go's Beauty and the Beat. That is sealed. It is a reissue. Sealed $19.99. Great album. Go-Go's. Sealed $19.99. Let's see. Reminder Sean. Sean wanted the other National. Dave Seretna. Yeah, Seretna. Dave Seretna. Sean had claimed the National, but it was for a different album by the National. Which one was that? What was that called? High Violet? Yeah. Next in the crate, another Go-Go's. And then Tank Love is the Fiend. That's that I don't know. I almost said V Idols. It's just Idols Tank. Idols Tank. It's a sealed copy for $24.99. Sealed for $24.99. And then Styx, the Mission, is $19.99. Styx, $19.99. Styx, the Mission, $19.99. This is a top 10 album for me. Top 10 of all time. Godspeed You, Black Emperor. F sharp, A sharp, Infinity. Godspeed You, Black Emperor. It's unopened. $24.99. $24.99 on that. Robin Glenn, I'll do 15 on the Go-Go's. $15 on the Go-Go's. I'll do 15 on that. $15. That's still 25% off. $15. It was $19.99. And then we have Hozier, Unreal Unearthed. Hozier, Unreal Unearthed, sealed, $24.99. Natasha Pickett, this is like the kind of stuff that I think you were asking for. Maybe some newer pop artists and stuff like that. We're hitting a patch right now. Let's see. Done, no problem. Robin Glenn is going to get the Go-Go's for 15. If anyone else wants a copy for 15, I've got one copy left. John Dodd offered 18 on Godspeed You, Black Emperor. What was that price at? $24.99. I'll do it. I'll do it. John Dodd gets Godspeed You, Black Emperor for $18. That sold to John Dodd for 18. Colin Butler, you were second to make an offer on that. Ember, 19. What was Ember? Ember. Where's Ember? 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 Ember. I don't know. Ellen Jonathan, let me know what Ember was. I might have missed something there. Let's see. Godspeed You, Black Emperor is fantastic. Oh, was Ember supposed to be Emperor? Like Emperor? That was one of the best shows I've ever seen too. They played at the Cumberland Caverns in like East Tennessee. So seeing a band like that in a cave was just unbelievable. It was fantastic. The one I got you. Unbelievably good record. And these pressings sound unbelievably good. They just sound really, really good. Is the Go-Go's colored vinyl? It doesn't have any kind of hype sticker or anything, so I don't know. All I know is it is a reissue. I would assume it's on black vinyl, but I'm not sure. But I mean, it's just a great record. Godspeed. Cody Wright, the Oh Brother Where Art Thou is a double LP. It's 2 LPs at least. Well, I say LP there, it's picture disc, but yeah, two discs. Oh Brother Where Art Thou is 2 discs, and I will do 23 on it. Natasha Pickett, I was right. I'm figuring you out a little bit. Hozier is sold to Natasha Pickett. Thank you, Natasha. That is sold to you. And Godspeed You, Black Emperor is right up there with Sigur. Yeah, I think, man, Aegetis Birgen is like such a good record. And the Untitled one that's just like the parentheses, they get a little bit spotty for me after that. But I feel like Godspeed You, Black Emperor, like, they never miss with me. There's a couple that are maybe a little bit underwhelming, but maybe, I don't know. And their newest one that they just came out with last year was one of the best albums that came out last year, in my opinion. I don't know. They're great. Great band. Cody Wright said sold. So sell Cody Wright this Oh Brother Where Art Thou picture disc for $23. That's sold to Cody Wright for $23. And Scott Oman offered 12 on Styx. I'm going to have to do 15 on that. I'll do 15 on Styx. We just priced it, 3 days ago for $19.99. I'll do 25% off and sell it for 15 though. I will do $15. Patrick Fu, no problem. Yeah, I'll sell that too. Go-Go's is sold to Patrick Fu for $15. That's sold for 15. I don't know. I didn't scan it. I think Laura priced this, but I'm curious if that barcode pulls up a colored vinyl or not. I'm not sure. Scott Oman said sold. Styx is sold to Scott Oman for $15. Thank you, Scott. That's sold to you. We're knocking this crate out. I've got one copy. I've got another copy of Hozier. Hozier Unreal Unearth, Hosier, Unreal Unearth. That was sealed for $24.99. Sold one to Natasha Pickett, and we have one left. And we have Muse, Will of the People. That is on cream colored vinyl. That is not sealed. It's $19.99. Almost said sealed, but I mean, I guess you could call that cream. I think I would just say white. Sounds like white vinyl. $19.99 on Muse. Muse is $19.99. And then we have Negative Space. Oh yeah, man, this is a stupidly rare record, like a real original one. This is unopened. It's $19.99. I think this came out on like Record Store Day a few years ago, maybe. But it says a crucial and thundering piece of proto-metal history. Negative Space's Lone album is an impossibly rare 1970 private press treasure and one of the missing links connecting Blue Cheer to Black Sabbath. Full of roaring guitar, pounding drums, and vocals reverberating with angst-fueled frustration, this intensely fierce piece of rock and roll lore is available on vinyl for the first time in 50 years. What a hype sticker. What a hype sticker. Natasha Pickett offered $16 on Muse. Sell Muse to Natasha Pickett for $16. Hiram Aponte was first to make an offer on Negative Space. That sold to Hiram Aponte. Alan Jonasson, you were second. Man, how's this in the crate? This is clear with white and yellow splatter vinyl. $49.99. 13th floor elevators. Man, that looks cool too. Also, I was going to say hot. I don't think it's that hot of a take. But man, this is their best album. I know their first one, like the cover is iconic, but musically to me, this is way, I don't know, this is fantastic. It's the best thing they ever made. $49.99, 13th floor elevators, Easter everywhere. It's also 2 LPs. It's like a double LP. What's on this one? Is it like stereo and mono? Or what? Oh, hey, what's up, Tanner? Nice of you to show up. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, disc 1 is mono. And then disc 2 is stereo. That's cool. Clear with white and yellow splatter. $49.99. That is a fantastic record. That's going to be my obituary. Yeah, that hype sticker. Just someone take a screenshot and send it to Britt Ribley's lawyer or just whoever is important, or not important, whoever's in charge of maybe printing his obituary. There it is right there. This crate should have been empty. People must have been, I know. This is a great crate. We've knocked out a lot of it. This thing was pretty dang full when we started. There's only one record left. What is this? Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. Yeah, cool. These guys are Australian psych band. They I think they did at least one tour with King Gizzard. This is $24.99. It's on white with red splatter vinyl. White with red splatter. So if you like King Gizzard, the OCs, Ty Segall, that type of stuff, you'll probably like the Psychedelic Porn Crumpets as well. It's $24.99. Elevators $40. Brent, I'll go ahead. I think you were setting me up to do a $2 bump, but I'm not going to. I'm going to sell it to you for $40. That's a fair offer. That's sold to Brent Ribley for $40. Porn Crumpets sold to Colin Butler for $17. Patrick Leary, you were second to make an offer on the 13th floor elevators. And there's not much left in here. Let's see if we can wipe the rest of this crate out. Let's see if we can wipe the rest of this crate out. Scritti Politti Provision, that's EX for $12.99. Baby Grand, $9.99. The Alabama State Troopers Roadshow, that is sealed for $19.99. And then Grinder Switch, Have Band, Will Travel, that is sealed for $19.99. And then The Amazing Bud Powell. The Amazing Bud Powell is sealed for $24.99. Got 2 of those. And then The Fabulous Fats Navarro, Volume 1. That is sealed for $19.99. And then Max Roach's Freedom Now Sweet, We Insist. Max Roach, that is sealed for $19.99. $19.99. Max Roach, $19.99. Let's see, Bud Powell, $20. Alan Jonasson, I can't do any kind of a discounted price on Hosier. I've already sold one for sticker price, and that was $24.99. It is sealed. Yeah. I will sell that too for $24.99, Alan Jonathan, if you want that. But I can't knock anything off since I've already sold one at sticker price. Let's see, I thought about 38 Hosier, 15 Bud Powell, 20. I think that was $24.99, right? Yeah, 20 bucks. That's sold to Chris Bachek for 20. Bud Powell is sold to Chris Bachek for 20. Got one copy of that left if anyone else wants one for 20. Was it Godspeed You, Black Ember? Yeah, F sharp, A sharp, Infinity. Yeah, that's the one, Colin. That is the one. That was their debut album. Let's see, Psych 20. Wait, hold on. Someone asked, where's Pete? Yeah, Pete Weiser, what year is State Troopers? State Troopers. What was State Troopers? Oh, that one. Yeah, this one here. I'm not sure. It's sealed, though. It's on Elektra. I would assume 1972. I can't really confirm it because it is sealed. It does have a clipped corner up here. Well, I'm not even showing it on the camera. There it is. It's got a clipped corner up there. It's a vintage copy. It's definitely not like a reissue. I doubt they've ever reissued this, but I am not sure. Yeah, that's sealed. Minus that clip corner there. Let's see. What else did I miss? Anything? Oh, Bill Keenan, you were asking about the psychedelic porn crumpets. I've already sold that. That has already sold. Just a couple records left in here. I'm surprised about that. That's Jah Wobble. Jah Wobble. Blueberry Hill. That's $14.99. Public Image Limited related. Yeah, he was a member of Public Image Limited. I think he played on the Metal Box record. And then Roxy Music Viva. That's also surprising that no one even made an offer. That's $19.99. Speaking of them, I mean, has anyone ever listened to any of Phil Manzanera's solo stuff? It is incredible. He is a really underrated guitar player. And then, I mean, John Wetton plays bass on this. $19.99 for Roxy Music. Jah Wobble is sold to Brent Rabley for 12 bucks. And then Idols, Tank, that's also still available. Idols, sealed, $24.99 for Idols. Anyone want to make an offer on everything left in here? There's only one record in here that has a duplicate. 10 on Roxy. That would be half price. I can't do that, but I can do 15. I can meet you in the middle. I would do 15 on Roxy Music. JK, it was marked to $19.99. I'll do 15 on it. Grinder Switch 12. What was that marked? Grinder Switch. Again, same deal. I'll do 15 on that. That'll be 25% off. That would be 25% off. Bill Keenum offered 15. So JK, if you don't want Roxy Music for 15, then Bill Keenum looks like he'll take it for 15 bucks. Just let me know. Natasha Pickett, Tank 20. Idols is sold to Natasha Pickett for 20 bucks. That is sold to Natasha for $20. JK said sold. So Roxy Music is sold to JK for 15 bucks. And Danny Thomason, let me know on the Grinder Switch. I will do 15 on that if you want it. But that is my best price. It is sealed. It is a sealed copy. And man, we wore that crate out. You heading out? Oh man. Did you clock in and out for the 3 minutes that you were here working today? Thanks. Just giving Tanner a hard time. Came in and left. It's a hard day's work. All right, let's see what else we have over here. I'm gonna try to dig into these crates a little bit. Not dig into them, but like kind of shuffle them around a little, maybe. What is this? Is this more jazz? Yeah, this is more jazz. I know these didn't. Well, I don't. We did actually sell quite a few of these. The last time I showed one. It's a combination. It looks like 2 or 3 crates got mixed together. Some new stuff and some jazzy looking type stuff in here. So let's put this thing up here and see what happens. Take a ride. Let's see. Yeah, Roxy Music's great. Grinder Switch is sold to Danny Thomason for $15. And was it $5 for the Scritti Politti? I think it was marked $12.99. So I would do like $9. Where is that? I think it wasn't it marked $12.99? Yeah, I can't do, what was it, 5? Craig, I can't do 5. It was EX $12.99 gold stamp promo up here. I don't even know what I said. I think I said I would do 9. I'll do $9 on that, but I can't do 5. That would be even less than, that would be more than half off. Less than half price. Let's see. Got a crate of records here. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to fill up the rest of this crate, maybe a little bit more. Who knows? All right. What is this? Ruben Blades or Blades? I might be trying too hard. I don't think it's pronounced Blades, so it's probably Ruben Blades y Roberto Delgado and Orchestra. Saw Swing. That is sealed for $24.99. Got 2 copies of that, $24.99. More of this. Nathaniel Merriweather presents Lovage. That is sealed on turquoise colored vinyl for $29.99. $29.99 on that. And then U-Roy, that's Creation Rebel, Rare Sides by the Reggae Originator. U-Roy, Creation Rebel, that is sealed for $19.99, sealed for $19.99. Then the Knits Hink, that's H-E-N-K, music on vinyl copy, on clear vinyl, $19.99 for the Knits. And then Sloppy Jane Madison, recorded in Lost World Caverns. It's on blue vinyl for $14.99. $14.99 on that. U-Roy, $14. All right, I'll sell it to you for $14. Colin Butler got U-Roy for $14. And ST over on YouTube, I'll cut you the same. Nope. Was that the only one I had? Oh man, see what happened? If I had waited like 5 more seconds, I would have had to get full price out of Colin Butler, but I missed it. BMSRT. Oh man, I keep forgetting about that. Colin, I think every Sunday you're gonna have to remind me about that Black Moth Super Rainbow concert until I buy a ticket. Let's see, we got Tommy Bolin, Energy. Tommy Bolin is sealed on red vinyl. It's a 2017 Record Store Day release on red vinyl, sealed for $24.99. $24.99 for Tommy Bolin, Energy. And then Little Eva Locomotion. Little Eva Locomotion. It is part of the Connery collection that we're all familiar with at this point. $14.99. It's got the sticker, writing, all that. But man, his records are like perfect. Like everything in his collection was near mint. He just happened to like to put his name on his records. Foghat Stone Blue is $14.99. $14.99. Skunk Anansi Wonderluster Skunk Anansi on orange vinyl. That is $19.99. Yeah, everything in here is buy it now or best offer. Buy it now, best offer. I didn't hear anything back from Craig Weatherford. I don't. Okay, I'll do. Oh, I just saw that. I just missed it. Do none only if the back left crate can be changed to a red one. Oh, I didn't even realize all these crates are red except for that one. Let's see. I'll do something for you right here. Let's see. Man, there's like a camera right here and a light right here. I don't know if I can lift this at this angle, but I'm going to try. Nope, not happening. I was going to try to get it from that angle. Maybe I can scoot around this side. What is it? Oh, it's just caught on something. Yeah. Got it. Whew. Man, lifting a crate of records at that angle is not easy. There's that. Whew. What am I going to put there, though? I didn't think this through. Did not think this through. There's another gray crate. Are there any empty red crates around here? Yes. I guess what I should have done was just taken the records out of the crate and pulled the crate and then put the records back in. There's a red crate for you. All right. And you know, while I'm doing this, well, Scritti Politti is sold for $9. But while I'm doing this, we might as well just go through what was in that crate. If you need anything out of here, just let me know. Let's see. There's no more Roxy. We just had one copy. It was a vintage copy, but it is sold. I don't think there's a Coin and Knife show, not that I know of, but we've got Genesis, The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Obviously, these are not buy now best offer. These are sticker price. This is a QRP pressing, cut at 45 RPM on 180 gram vinyl from Analog Productions, $129.99. $129.99 for Genesis. Got two of these. Fantastic prog record. $129.99 for Genesis. And then we've got Smashing Pumpkins, Inside the Dream Machine, 1993, new and sealed, $29.99. I'm assuming this is live or something, but I don't know. It's got Drown, Hummer, Rocket, Soma, Today, Disarm, Bury Me, Cherub Rock, Geek USA, and Quiet. Great track list there. It's $29.99. And AC/DC, The Razor's Edge, new and sealed, $33.99. Saxon, The Eagle Has Landed Part 2, music on vinyl, release, limited to 1,000 numbered copies on red vinyl. That is $46.99. $46.99 on that. Let's see, Skunk, 15, John Dodd. Let's sell Skunk to John Dodd for 15. That was sold for 15. I'll leave it empty to make Craig Liz's marbles. I can't. I've already started. I'm in too deep. Saxon, The Eagles Landing Part 2. There's another copy of that, $46.99. And then we have, yes, Fragile, another QRP pressing, 45 RPM. Yep, man, this would sound amazing. Can you imagine hearing Roundabout at 45 RPM? $64.99 for Yes, Fragile. What a great album. Tonic, Head on Straight. Tonic, Head on Straight. Music on vinyl release, $38.99. $38.99. Now, Craig, you have to buy something out of here because I'm doing this all for you. You know that, right? I'm just kidding. There's another copy, $38.99 for Tonic. I would vote that Yes record. Like if I could pick one album out of this crate so far, it'd either be that Yes QRP pressing or maybe that Smashing Pumpkins. Hendrix, Live at Berkeley, 2 LPs, new and sealed, $34.99, featuring Billy Cox and Mitch Mitchell. Actually met Billy Cox. He's a very nice dude. Testament, Low, music on vinyl pressing, $38.99. $38.99 on that. And Nectar, recycled on splatter vinyl, new and sealed, $38.99. Cool. Nectar, new and sealed, $38.99. Another couple copies of the Smashing Pumpkins. Let me get that with the other one back here. Got 3 of those. And let's get a few more here. Pink Floyd Animals, the 2018 remix, new and sealed, $34.99. Jane's Addiction, Ritual de lo Habitual, that's new and sealed for $44.99. Hey, we sold one out of here. Nectar. Nectar is sold to Pete Weisgarber. Thank you, Pete. That's sold to you. And another Smashing Pumpkins. This is Counting Stars in Toronto, live at the Chum City Building in Toronto, July 19th, 1998. Radio broadcast to Sheila, Once Upon a Time, Ava Adore, Pug, Perfect, Bullet with Butterfly Wings, Shame, 1979, or I should say 1979, right? Isn't that how he says it? I, featuring Marilyn Manson, and then Beautiful People, also featuring Marilyn Manson. We've got 4 copies of that. 4 copies of that. If anyone wants that. Yeah, I bet that copy of Fragile sounds incredible. The Cure, Wake Me in the Dark, live at the Forest National in Brussels, Belgium, 1987 radio broadcast, new and sealed, $29.99 for The Cure. And just a few more to complete this crate transfer just for Craig Weatherford, over a $9 record. We've got Machine Head, The Burning Red, $38.99. $38.99 on Machine Head, $38.99. That's a music on vinyl release. And then the Rolling Stones, Some Girls, live in Texas. That's a 2LP and DVD set, $34.99 for the Rolling Stones. And then Pat Benatar, Icon, that's essentially a greatest hits compilation on colored vinyl. I don't know what color, it doesn't say, it just says colored vinyl. That's new and sealed for $29.99. New and sealed, $29.99. And then limited edition, Lordy or Lordi, new and sealed, $44.99. New and sealed, $44.99 on that. All right. Bill, yeah, these are all new vinyl. These are all sticker price. I can't do offers on those because we do get those from our distributors, and if I start taking offers, we're going to end up losing a lot of money because new vinyl is expensive for us. Let's see. Pat Benatar, I think that was the price. Yeah, $29.99. $29.99. John Smetzer, have any Portishead self-titled in stock? No, I don't think so. I think the last time I ordered that, they only had one copy, and I bought it, and I don't think it's back in print. I'm pretty certain. I'll have to check again, but I think they had that one in third in stock. I need to check again, though. But Foghat is sold to Curious Potato on YouTube. That is sold to Curious Potato. Let me shuffle these crates around. We filled up another one. Got one last crate to fill up, hopefully. Let's see. I'll take one of the Pat Benatar, no problem. If anyone else wants one, I've got one copy left. That is sold to Dave Seretna. Dave Seretna, yes. No, not Dave Seretna. That's sold to John Smetzer. Dave Seretna was letting us know that it's on blue vinyl. So it is on blue vinyl if anybody wants that. Got one copy left. Did I miss anything else? Did I miss anything else? I don't think so. Bill Keenum, do you want the Hendrix for sticker price, or are you going to pass? Let me know. Yeah, Dave, I corrected myself. Sorry about that. Let's get back into this crate. Ted Nugent, Double Live, Gonzo. That's a music on vinyl pressing, limited to 1,000 copies on transparent blue vinyl. $34.99 for the Nuge. Ted Nugent's $34.99. Put in it. Oh, okay. I was not sure. Was there a Testament record? So Pat Benatar is sold to Solarplex Studios. Was there a Testament record in here? How did I forget that, if there is? I guess I just went into autopilot. Testament. Yeah, there it is. Testament and Pat Benatar. These are both sold to Solarplex Studios. Thank you very much. Those are sold to you. Sorry, but I saw that comment, but I thought it was a test comment because he put test. Sorry about that. Sid Blair, that Pat Benatar is sold. Bill Keenum, oh, it's right here. Let's see, it was $34.99, new and sealed. It's 2 LPs. Includes versions of Hey Baby, Stone Free, and Voodoo Child. Has a deluxe 8-page booklet with rare photos and comprehensive liner notes. That is $34.99 if you want that. And all right, let's keep going through this crate. Keep going through the crate. We have Ozric Tentacles. There is nothing like this is a like 80s, 90s prog psych revival kind of a band here. It is sealed for $29.99. This is definitely a reissue, but sealed for $29.99. Yeah, this originally came out in 1986. Next is Keith Jarrett Standards Volume 1 with Gary Peacock and Jack DeJohnette. Now we're getting into some of the jazz stuff. This is $19.99 in shrink wrap. $19.99 for Keith Jarrett. Great lineup there. No problem. No problem, Bill. I'm glad that we sold 3 or 4, maybe even 5 records out of that crate. It was worth swapping that crate out for Craig, I guess. Kind of worked out. Ulrich Tentacles is sold to Pete Weisgarber. Thank you, Pete. That is sold to you. And Keith Jarrett is sold to Matt Barnhill. It's just a very nice copy. Super clean copy. Next in the crate is Milt Jackson, Second Nature, the Savoy Sessions. It's a sealed copy, $17.99 for Milt Jackson. And again, this crate that we're doing now is buy now or best offer, so don't be afraid to make offers. Del Reeves is a sealed copy as well for just $9.99. Del Reeves is sealed for $9.99. And then LA4 live at Montreux. That's Lorindo Almeida, Ray Brown, Jeff Hamilton, and Bud Shank. That is $19.99 from 1979. 1999. I am really trying not to bump that camera. Colin Butler, the Ulrich Tentacles, already sold. That has sold. And then we have Connie Francis, The Wedding Cake. This is a promo copy from 1969, $19.99. Yellow label, MGM. I believe, I'm trying to remember which one is West Coast and East Coast with those Verve and MGM labels. One of them did white label, the other did yellow label, and that was kind of an indicator of if it was East Coast or West Coast. I cannot remember. Rick Hall, 25 on Ted. Let me see. We priced this one 4 days ago. Rick Hall, I'll do 28. $28 on that. I think it's, 2 LPs, limited to 1,000. I wonder what number it is. Let's do $28 on that. $28 on Ted Nugent, Rick Hall, and I'll sell that to you. Heading out. See you, man. And next in the crate is Lawrence Reynolds, Jesus is a Soul Man. That's a white label promo for $9.99. Then we have Richie Havens, The End of the Beginning. That's a white label promo as well, $14.99. And then Revolutionary Ensemble, Leroy Jenkins. Anyone remember that? Cerrone and Jerome Cooper. That is $24.99, 1978 U.S. Press there. The East Coast versus West Coast battle rages on. That's right, Doug. Doesn't stop with the hip hop. Let's see, 28. Rick Hall gets Ted Nugent for $28. That is sold. Rod Bryan wants Jesus is a Soul Man. That is sold to Rod Bryan. Revolutionary Ensemble is sold to David Hoy for $18. Thank you, David. That's sold to you. Next is this Atco Records like promo, the permanent in-store only kind of a thing. These are unique. It's a promo sampler, $9.99. It's got like excerpts from different records, $9.99. $9.99 on that. And then we have Roger Rivette, Drifter. It's a private press record from 1979, sealed for $9.99. And then George Benson in concert, Carnegie Hall with Hubert Laws. That's $14.99 for George Benson. Always good on CTI Records. George Benson, $14.99. And then Black California, that's Sonny Chris, Slim Gaillard, Roy Porter, Big Band with Eric Dolphy, Helen Humes, Harold Land, Hampton Hawes, and Art Pepper, the Savoy Session. Man, there are a lot of H's, a lot of names with H's on that one. That's a white label promo for $19.99. White label promo on the Savoy label, $19.99. GB8, GB12. I like GB12. Well, Michael McCullen just offered full price. Matt Barnhill, you were first. Romulos, the series, offered 12, and then Michael McCullen offered full price. So Matt Barnhill, I'll sell that to you for sticker at $14.99 if you don't want it. Then it goes to Romulo. If Romulo doesn't want it, then it goes to Michael McCullen. Yeah, no more 7 inches tonight. I'm gonna finish this crate, and then that's gonna be it for tonight. Anything left over from Metal Knight? I highly doubt it. I don't think that any of the auctions survived. Yeah, highly doubt that. But let's see. I'll take it. Matt Barnhill is going to take the George Benson for sticker price. That is sold to Matt Barnhill. Thank you, Matt. That is sold to you. And then next in the crate is Airto or Air2 free. This is a VG Plus copy, $11.99. And then Starpoint, it's so delicious. Starpoint is a VG copy. It's a funk soul disco record from 1983, $9.99. And then Red and Murphy and Co. Fast Picks and Hot Licks. That's a bluegrass record, VG Plus, $9.99. VG Plus, $9.99. There actually has not been a single Dylan record tonight. Let's see, Black 12, Black California 12. Rod Bryan, I'll do the same deal that I've done with all the other records that have been priced $19.99 and we've gotten offers. I'll do 15 on it. That's 25% off. That is 25% off. That would make that $15 and I'll sell it to you. Next is David Holland Quartet, Conference of the Birds. It's David Holland and Sam Rivers, Anthony Braxton, and Barry Altschool. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but what a lineup. Killer lineup here. It's EX for $27.99. EX $27.99. David Hoy, where are you? You probably already have it, but that's EX $27.99. That's going to be good. If you like jazz, if you like free jazz type stuff especially, that's definitely going to be good. Black California is sold to Rod Bryan for $15. $15. SRC Milestones. This didn't sell. It's VG Plus $24.99. SRC, man. This is good stuff. Psych. Heavy psych. Like heavy garage kind of stuff. I played this in the back the other day while I was pressing records. VG Plus $24.99. Let's see. DH. That's Dave Holland, right? Matt Barnhill. Dave Holland. That is sold to Matt Barnhill. Yeah, I should have listened to it. There have been so many cool jazz records. I remember seeing them being like, man, what a lineup. I should listen to it, but I can't listen to all of them. Sometimes I just have to price them out, but the next time I see that one, I'm definitely going to throw it on. See, the Private Press at the beginning of the crate has a guy with an acoustic guitar, is $9.99. Danny, I won't do half price, but I'll do $7. I'll do $7 on it. Where's that Private Press? Not that one. Well, excuse me. Was he sitting with a guitar on the back, maybe? He doesn't have it on the front. Oh, maybe you're talking about this one. Yeah, like the front looks like that. If that's the one you're talking about, I'll do 7 on that one. I'll do 7 on it. ST is going to get SRC for sticker price. Thank you, ST. That is sold to you. That is sold to you. Alan Jonathan, you were second, and then Patrick Lear, you were third. Conference of the Birds is incredible. Been waiting. Man, I might need to take a picture of it. There's 2 of our jazz buyers that I trust their jazz opinion. I just took a picture of it so I can listen to it later. If you guys are both saying it's really good, then I definitely need to listen to it. Cool. All right. Eva 7. Robin Murphy Glenn on Eva. What was Eva? Eva. I remember reading or saying Eva. Oh, Little Eva. There it is. Little Eva 7. That would be less than half price. It was marked $14.99. I'll do 12. I'll do 12 on it, Robin Glenn, if you want that. And Danny Thomason said, okay, so let's sell this to Danny Thomason for 7. It was Roger Revette. Sell that to Danny Thomason for $7. That's sold for $7. Next in the crate is Rappin' with Bird, complete for the first time anywhere in the whole world. Only interview ever granted by our bird. Only unexpurgated interview with Charles Parker. This is an unofficial release, VG Plus for $19.99. VG Plus, $19.99. That Dave Holland record, Alan Johnson, it's sold already, but it was $27.99. It was $27.99. And then next in the crate, oh, here's another David Holland, and Bar Phillips, Music from Two Bases. This is another one I should have listened to. This is VG Plus, $24.99. It's a German import on the ECM label from 1971. VG Plus, $24.99. Matt Barnhill's going to get that one as well. Thank you, Matt. That is sold to you. Forgot what was, no problem. Robin Glenn, it's going to pass, but if anyone wants this little Eva, it'd be $12. $12. All right, let's see. Yeah, that David Holland sold. That is sold at sticker price to Matt Barnhill. That is sold for sticker price. And we have George Benson, Give Me the Night. This one is sealed for $19.99. George Benson, sealed, $19.99. Then we have Inspired Abandon. That's Lawrence Brown's All-Stars with Johnny Hodges on the Impulse label. It is a VG copy, though, and it is from 1972. It's $9.99. It's a VG copy. And this light, it's not, well, it is VG, but it's not too scary looking. But for $9.99, record on Impulse, it ain't bad. Little Eva. Let's see, I said I would do 12 on that, right? Rod Bryan, you get Little Eva for $12. It sold to Rod Bryan for $12. $12 on that. GB, 15. GB. George Benson, 15. Michael McCullen, you were first. No, Romulo Cesarius, sorry. Romulo, you were first to make an offer for 15. That is sold to you for $15. Michael McCullen, you were second. And then Rappin' with Bird, that was the Charlie Parker, the Bird. Sell that to Bill Keenum for $15. And then Lawrence Brown's All-Stars, sell that to Romulo for $7. That sold to Romulo for $7. Let's quickly recap this crate, and then I'm going to be done for the night. All right. We've got Ruben Blades. Ruben Blades is sealed for $24.99. Got 2 copies of that. Nathaniel Merriweather presents Lovage, featuring Michael Patton and Jennifer Charles. That is sealed on turquoise vinyl for $29.99. Then we have the Knits Hink. Brown vinyl. Right? No, transparent vinyl. I don't know where I got the word brown. It's clear. Clear vinyl, $19.99. This is when I know that I'm about ready to stop the show. Sloppy Jane Madison. That's on blue vinyl as well, $14.99. Tommy Bolin Energy. That was sealed for $34.99. It's a record store day release on red vinyl, $34.99. And then Milt Jackson, Second Nature, the Savoy Sessions. That was sealed for $17.99. Milt Jackson. Why are you sliding? Del Reeves was sealed for $9.99. LA4 Live at Montreux. That was $19.99. Connie Francis, The Wedding Cake. That's a promo copy for $19.99. Richie Havens, The End of the Beginning, was a white label promo for $14.99. Then the promo sampler, that was $9.99 with some people. Who was it? The Bee Gees, Ray Charles, other stuff, $9.99. Airtoe Free was VG Plus, $11.99. Starpoint, It's So Delicious. That's VG for $9.99. And then Red and Murphy and Co. Red and Murphy & Co. was VG Plus, $9.99. That was a bluegrass record. MJ12. MJ12. What was that Milt Jackson? I'll do that. Romulo, I'll sell that to you for $12. That is sold to you for $12. Charles Hebert, the sampler It's like the Bee Gees and Ray Charles, I think. Let's see, Bee Gees, Rare, Precious, and Beautiful. And then the other, it says the other Ray Charles, Memories of a Middle-Aged Movie Fan. But yeah, it's one of those like promo samplers for stores. That was just $9.99, just kind of a unique record there. $9.99 on that. And that's it. Any other requests? I really want to sell the rest of these Linda Perhacs records because I think they need to go to Good Homes. This is the only thing that I've been disappointed about. I ordered these and I was like, man, we're going to sell all of them the first time I show them. I'm going to have to, like, you know, get a waiting list. We're going to sell a ton of these. These guys definitely know Linda Perhacs. It's great. It's out of print all the time. The originals are rare and expensive. Sell this promo sampler to Charles Siebert. This is a new sealed copy on blue vinyl for $34.99. Got 2 copies left. You need it, whether you know it or not. You do. I know you guys need it. It's the only thing that I've been upset about not selling. This was a pretty dang good Sunday sale for sure. Let's see, Craig Honeycutt, you want a copy of that AC/DC Razor's Edge? I think that was like towards the back. Yep, there it is right there. There we go. AC/DC, the Razor's Edge is sold to Craig Honeycutt. Let's see, don't forget Bobby Rush and Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Don't miss it. Whew, yeah, 91 years old. Thank you for letting me know, Patrick. Thank you for the heads up. All right. What's going to happen is, like, you know, I know less people watch when I do the sale. These didn't sell tonight. These are going to be gone tomorrow when Chad shows them. I know it. When, like, all of our people are watching, wanting to watch Chad do his thing, these Linda Perhacs records are going to be gone. So what's the title of the A? Which one, Sid Blair? Sid Blair, let me know. I think maybe you might have accidentally hit send. What's the title of the album you want to sell? Oh yeah, it's this one right here. Linda Perhacs, and it's called Parallelograms. Parallelograms. Great stuff. In great form. I mean, I hope to be able to do anything when I'm 91, let alone tour and play music. That's wild. It's crazy that he's still doing it and still doing it well. I mean, just the opener on this should be a selling point. Chimicum Rain, Dolphin's great. The title track is nuts. Like halfway through, it gets really, like it sends you into another dimension. It feels like you're getting sucked into some kind of portal. It's sending you into like the fourth dimension or something. Never heard of it. Yeah, it's slightly obscure. People that are into like folk and psych and stuff like that from that era, definitely know it. It wasn't a big seller at the time, but it's one of those records that, as time has gone on, it's been like highly critically appraised. Let's see, what record is that? Colin Butler. This is Linda Perhacs Parallelograms. It's a new sealed copy on blue vinyl. Didn't even realize it was in print until I was ordering records for this show. It's $34.99. If you like Joni Mitchell type stuff with like an extra dose of lysergic stuff going on, it's a fantastic record. Really cool. I'm trying to remember. I don't think she was a dentist, but I think she went. What was it? It's like maybe her dentist was a record producer or something like that, and he like recorded an album of her, and she hated it because I think when they pressed it, they kind of like folded it down or compressed it down for like AM radio, and she hated the final result, and then she like quit music, so she just put this one record out. A long time went by. People started appreciating it heavily, and then she made a record like, like 10 years ago? She kind of had like a comeback and made, made another record. I think she even toured, but super cool. Yeah, $34.99. Let's see. Listening to the first cut, it's gentle for the most part. There's a little bit of like country folk rock kind of stuff mixed in there as well, but let's see. Natasha Pickett's gonna take one. Thank you, Natasha. That is sold. MT Matt is also gonna take one, and I'm about to get off. I wanted to sell those because I want them to go to good homes. But if you haven't heard that record, listen to it. That's your homework. And then tomorrow when you're watching the show and Chad is doing his thing or whatever, just be like, hey, I want to be on a waiting list for that Linda Perhacs record that Paul was talking about. It's so good. I should have bought one last night. I messed up. Should have listened. But I'm just being dumb. That's it. I think that is... Uh-oh. Okay. Thought this mouse died, but that's all I've got for tonight. Thank you for hanging out. It was a good Sunday sale for sure. And I'll be doing the sale Thursday and Saturday because Chad is going to be at the Metallica show both of those nights. Yeah, the Leroy Jenkins record did sell. That was... what was that? It was Leroy Jenkins and a couple other dudes. Where is that one at? Yeah, that was the Revolutionary Ensemble.